cool stuff going on, and you don't get to participate because you got no money and you're not really part of the show. So Tommy has a tradition every Friday where he stops at Starbucks on the way in, and he gets Kimmy a coffee, and he gets himself a coffee. And I noticed the first time our intern Maddie was in here that she didn't have a coffee.
Yes.
And I didn't know, I kind of felt wrong.
Right.
So last week, as you were talking about, because every Thursday, Tommy's like, oh, you know what tomorrow is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we get excited.
Actually, he starts teasing it on Tuesday. He's like, this Friday, coming up.
Yeah, well, because we don't drink anymore.
Sure.
So it sucks.
No, I hear you. So I had brought up, maybe you should get coffee for Maddie.
Yes.
Our intern. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how you reacted.
Yes. I said, yeah, you know what, Pat? You're absolutely
That's exactly what you said when I brought up, hey, baby. What did you say?
Jesus Christ, man. It's another cup of coffee I got to pick up.
So he asked out loud.
$4.
He goes, you think I should do it? And I go, I don't know. I asked Kimmy, and you were like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean.
But I don't know if she drinks coffee.
I don't know if she likes coffee. I don't know if this girl in her 20s likes Starbucks. How could we know?
But I don't know what kind of Starbucks.
Uh-huh.
And she wasn't around to ask.
Sure.
So I took a shot.
All right. So Friday, you bring in the cup of coffee for Maddie.
Well, Kimmy gets a straight black medium coffee because she's also a Teamster. So I figure I'd get Maddie one too.
Okay. So the big experiment last week was going to be we're going to put the cup of coffee next to Maddie.
Yeah.
And we're going to see if she drinks it like a hamster in experiments. Right. All right. Unfortunately. Maddie had work to do outside of the room, so she took the coffee and she left.
Yes.
And the discussion off mic for the first hour was, is Maddie drinking the coffee?
Right.
Because your cheap ass doesn't want to pay for coffee that Maddie's not
Well,
drinking.
I don't want it to go to waste. What?
Even though you could have asked her at any point last week.
Yep.
What
we're
kind
going
of
to
coffee
drink
she
this?
likes.
That's like I say, what an ass move.
Not like what we're doing right now.
Dude, drink it.
All right, so today,
yes,
we had to remind you yesterday again. Let's not forget about Maddie.
Yeah.
And then you brought the coffee, and now Maddie is here, and she's sitting next to us. Here, let me pop her on the live stream here. Maddie, thanks for being here.
Of course.
All right, good to see you. Feel free to get right in that microphone there. All right, do you drink Starbucks?
Yes.
Is that the coffee that you drink?
Not the one I would get every time, but I drink all sorts of coffee.
That is her being so polite. Right
You
now.
do not drink all sorts of coffee.
Okay.
Truly, I do.
Maddie, don't turn this room into a house of lies.
All right, Maddie.
Let's just be straight up here.
All right, look, I understand the only 2 times you've listened to the show are the 2 times you've been in the room, and that's fine. This is not, look, you do not feel bad for that.
Yeah.
People like you should not listen to what we do.
Way too nice.
But I want to let you know, the man that you're sitting next to here, massive coffee snob. Like the fact that you said you drink all types of coffee.
Is impossible.
Okay, don't be a dick.
I'm not being a dick.
She's just a child.
I know.
She's just a child.
Am I?
What is, compared to him, yes.
Yeah.
What is all types of, any cup of coffee put in front of you, you're going to drink it?
Well, if the dirty bean water is tasting too dirty, it's like, no, I'm not going to drink it.
Okay.
But my parents got really into coffee these past couple years, and they buy the beans straight, and they got a coffee grinder. They're very serious about that. So they're passing that on to me.
Okay. So, what is your preferred cup of coffee?
Yeah, if you're going to
then?
order something,
Yeah.
what would you get?
So,
If I'm ordering something, it has to be special.
Like
So
what?
if I'm going to go out and order some Starbucks, it's probably going to be an iced brown sugar oat milkshake and espresso.
Jesus Christ, I'm not
With-
spending $12 on a goddamn cup of
Tom,
coffee.
what is your order?
What'd you say, oatmeal?
Wait. I have a question. What do you order? What is your order? Because I would get you coffee, but I'm afraid to mess up your order.
I got a medium latte with mocha drizzle.
oh, I'm sorry. You got me a latte mocha drizzle?
Well, you're going to have to write that down for next week. I ain't going to remember 18 things in a cup of coffee.
Bro, what do you? I love how he won't even write it down. He's gonna make you write down your coffee.
Well, I don't know.
order.
I don't want to get it right.
I'll
I
send
want
you
to
an
help the kid
email.
out.
I'll send you. That's not
So
gonna
the
get
funniest
you
part, Maddie, is he will not see it.
either. Okay, what did that cup of coffee cost this morning?
I think those go for $3-4.
It's like black cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a straight medium coffee.
All right, Maddie. What did you say? Say that again.
The iced brown sugar oat milkshake and espresso.
Okay.
It sounds stupid now I'm saying it out loud.
No, I mean it's fine. Whatever you're into.
Like
You're into.
ice, milk, shaken,
No.
Nobody said that.
No.
Can you say it one more time?
oatmeal espresso.
Iced brown sugar, oat milk, shaken, espresso.
Oat milk.
It's like I have my daughters in the back of the car right
Yes.
now. With all due respect, Maddie.
Well, of course.
What is your order at Starbucks cost?
I think it's hovers around $6.75.
For a goddamn cup of
What does yours cost?
I don't know.
What is it? How you do?
That's the same.
Okay. All right. All right. Here's what I'm loving about this. And Maddie, I appreciate it. I don't mean to put you on the spot. Tommy Muley is constantly fighting a battle
Yes.
at all times.
He is.
a battle of not wanting to Kimmy look like a cheap old man like his dad.
Yeah. Because if you looked at his coffee order that he brings in,
Uh-huh.
everybody would assume his coffee is mine.
But like, so he doesn't want to look like his dad, but he also is a chintz-ass, cheap-ass old man. Like, he wants to care about other people, but he doesn't care
But
about
it
other
costs
people.
so much to be nice.
Yeah, no, I
I
hear you,
remember
man.
when nice was free.
Sure.
Never
I don't
free.
remember Jesus getting a bill for being nice.
No, the Last Supper? That's
Yeah.
why things ended up the way that it did. He couldn't cover it. The point I'm making
What
is,
is that?
like, bro, you've worked in this business for over 3 decades,
Yes.
right? Like, she's coming in, right? Maybe this is something she wants to do. She's taking her time and helping us out here. The least you could do is spend $6.75 on a Friday, and even there, you're fighting it in front of her face, for
Hey,
God's
bro,
sake.
when I started in this business, I didn't get my first Starbucks on air for 10 years.
Because
You
Starbucks
started-
wasn't here.
No,
Doesn't
no,
ca-
it
doesn't matter.
was, and you got so much stuff for free. When you guys had interns, quote, I don't even know, like
Grown-ass
adults
people that just showed up in the
that
studio.
showed up and brought you whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted.
Bro, you were getting free steaks and lobster. I'm not making this up. There was a guy that was bringing you free steaks
Uncle
and
Ralph,
lobster.
may he
Yes.
rest in peace.
And Uncle Ralph's was great if you were around
Oh, my
back in the
God.
day. But that guy was bringing you free 5-star meals
cooked.
every Friday morning.
Yes.
I want to spend $6.75 on a cup of coffee for a kid that's broke.
I got oat milk at home. I can bring in.
252 WCMF. We have our internship program. A couple of kids here this summer. Maddie's been hanging out with us, and she's here on Fridays. So Tommy buys Starbucks for Kimmy every Friday. Thanks for bringing something for me.
Okay, again, because you don't drink like an adult, you have soda in the morning.
What do you
They
drink again?
don't sell soda at
I think they do.
Starbucks.
You could.
I think they do sell cans.
Yeah, no,
I don't
no,
know
they
if it's
don't.
like,
I
but it's
asked
like
them.
off-brand
Yeah, I don't want
soda.
that. I
He
don't
doesn't want that
I don't want
stuff.
that. But you could make an extra stop on the way.
I'm not stop. Wait, what time I come in at noon?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
What do you want?
I want you to stop at the gas
I'm not
station.
getting you a goddamn
no.
can of
Here's what
soda.
I want you to stop at the gas station, and I want the Magnum big can of Diet Coke.
Oh, I'll give you something in a big can. Meet me in the men's room. I'll fill your can up good. Uncle Tommy's old-time soda jerk right in your can.
So you want to do radio? You said okay, great. So last week we had suggested maybe we bring in you get a cup of coffee for Maddie, and Tommy makes that face like I don't want it, but he's not going to say it out loud. So he buys the coffee. We're going to see if Maddie wants it. She
Yeah.
leaves the room. We weren't sure if she's drinking it. So today's the big test. And politely she says she hates what you got her,
I
but
drink anything.
But she'll drink it.
all right.
She called it dirty water.
Did you?
No. She said she doesn't drink. So she's probably not drinking the station coffee. I'm
Oh,
guessing.
thank God.
Don't attempt that.
Yeah, don't.
All right, we're not.
You'll need a tetanus shot.
Maddie, we're on a show. How much of the coffee you got last week did you drink?
I finished it.
You finished all of it?
Yes.
Did you do it out of obligation?
No,
Okay.
I was tired. I needed it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you're welcome.
What a dick.
Killing my retirement.
Like, shut up. What retirement?
I'm on a fixed income.
What retirement? By the way, Stephanie writes us on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF. Maddie's order with tax is $7.29.
Live clocked on air. That's crazy.
No, it sounds like she's into what you're. I'm sorry. And
What?
again, I don't mean any disrespect.
What?
It is like being in the car with my kids. Low key, that's chopped. All right, so Maddie, we're going to need you to write down your order, and then we'll give it to Tommy.
Never come in this room again.
He won't even say it out loud. He'll probably just pass a note to the barista.
Like he's holding
Yeah,
it like it's a
yes.
bank robbery. Well, here's the funniest part.
Right.
His bitch wasn't so much about the money or the extra time we're having to remember. His bitch is you have an intimate relationship with the Starbucks employees.
Depending on the staff, there's one really cool staff that I love.
Uh-huh.
And I just pull up and she's got it ready for me every Friday.
So his first complaint was, but they already have my order ready.
Well, if I gotta, it's gonna throw off the rhythm of the morning.
Uh-huh. Sure.
If I gotta add one.
I have never met someone that is so opposed
You have
to
nothing
being.
to do when you get here,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Yes. You sit here and we just make fun of everyone we know.
But I enjoy this.
No, I also enjoy.
I thought
that.
we enjoyed
No,
all
I
of
do
it.
enjoy that.
It's
but
like the high point of my day. It goes right down the tubes.
help the kid out for God's sake.
I did. I will.
I did. I will. Here's the best part. There's going to be a point where Maddie has her last day, and Tommy is not going to be paying attention. And he's going to come in
The next
right
Friday.
with Friday, and we're going to have an extra oat milk, cinnamon, whatever the hell she just
$12
said.
cup
Yeah.
of coffee sitting there.
And he's going to sit here for the whole show, staring at that cup and go, I spent $7.29. Maddie not even coming.
What size do you get?
I normally get like a tall,
That's the medium or the small?
the small.
Oh,
Okay, are you? But no.
Wait,
don't-
that thing is $7 for the small?
No, I think the grande is what.
Oh, well, if she knows the price of the grande, then she gets the grande, and she's just being polite. So you should get her a grande.
I'm not good. That's probably $15.
She just said the grande was $7.29.
Why don't I just get you a bottle of booze?
Okay.
You're 21.
Whoa. Too early for that.
Yeah, not
for
in the old
Tommy.
days. It wasn't.
Oh,
That's a good point.
Again,
you'd be on the cocaine by now.
Again, you're new to the show. Tommy had mentioned we don't drink in here anymore. Before Kimmy entered the show, drinking on the show was a
Alcohol on Friday.
yeah, a regular thing.
We
And
would drink Crown Royal.
it used to be it would start at 9 o'clock, and then that moved up to 8:30, and then 8, and then 7, and then they were putting booze in their coffee at 6.
We had a
And then
cabinet
Thursday.
in here full of liquor.
Yes. And the drinking stopped because Kimmy caught Tommy hiding a bottle of whiskey in the room. I left the room. He went to sweeten up his coffee with the whiskey. She caught him.
I miss those days.
Yeah, we all do.
There were benefits of being in 11th place.
All right, so Maddie will have Tommy will have your coffee
Yeah.
exactly the way you want it. Grande, the big one.
Oat milk.
The big one. No, you should get her the big one. The kid, she's working hard.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. Enjoy whatever the hell he brings
Yeah.
with you. Okay,
I
great.
will.
We have a Dynamite. Take care of the people taking care of you. Got a break room this morning here on CMF. It's Friday. You know what that means.
Oh, creepy time.
Yep, all the disgusting things Tommy said all week long. It is the Creep Cap coming at you just after 7 o'clock. Also just after 7 o'clock, speaking of drinking,
Yeah.
we are T-minus 5.5 weeks away from the Bills showing up at training camp. Then they open up the new stadium, and then we are into the season. And with Bills season comes drinking.
Yeah.
We have a study in front of us. We now know who the drinkinest fans in the NFL are. And I'm going to, spoiler alert, it will not be a surprise. What is a surprise, however, is how far ahead we are of everybody else.
Oh, we're crushing it, huh?
And I guess the question becomes, is drinking a part of football because of where we are and the drinking community we already have? Or does our community drink because of the team that we have in our community?
Oh, okay.
And we will get into it just after 7 o'clock here in the break room on CMF, plus a whole bunch more. But first, Tommy.
Yeah.
You are a coffee man. You are not a hunting man.
No.
Nor am I, nor Kimmy. So we're going to need the folks, the outdoorsy folks, to help us out with this because
What
there
they
is.
hunting?
Well, that's just it. This man should not have been hunting for like 15 different reasons. In reality, he wasn't even hunting in the traditional sense, but he is going potentially to jail
For what he shot?
because of a sting operation
Oh.
that the DEC has set up. I did not know.
So the DEC is like the hunting cops.
The
right?
Department of Environmental Conservation. I was unaware that they went this far to catch you dirty hunters doing things
Really?
you should not be doing.
The dirty hunter.
Wait till you hear what they have in their repertoire to catch these guys.
Damn.
And we'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. don't you even think about it.
What's that?
Oh, you hunters think about breaking the rules. The DEC is going to get you. Because maybe you think, like, what is some guy going to walk through the woods and see me doing something?
What are they, the deer cops?
Well, they actually are the deer cops, the Department of Environmental Conservation.
All right.
But they're also the cops of the turkeys and all of the animals that you can go hunting. And how one man was caught doing something he should not have done really illustrates how far this organization is willing to go.
So they must have a hell of a budget.
Wait till you hear what they have.
Okay.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. Just after 6:45 this morning, there was something new at the Pittsford Wegmans. Something replacing something old. And it's actually been there for a while, and I'm sure you've seen it, but it's the first time us non-elitists are hearing about it.
Yeah. Outsiders.
Yeah. And I guess the question is, if you've had to keep changing this over and over again, why do it at all?
Oh.
We'll get to it just after 6:45 here in the break room on CMF. This story comes from just east of us.
What happened?
A 43-year-old hunter, and I use that in quotation marks, was out driving his truck when he spotted a turkey hanging out in a nearby field.
Just trucking along.
You got it. And he wanted that sucker.
Okay.
He wanted that turkey. So he did a U-turn in his truck, and he stopped in the middle of the road, and he poked a shotgun out of his car window.
Wait, he didn't even get out of his truck?
Did not even get out of his truck.
He did a drive-by on a turkey.
This was his attempt, Jeff.
Okay.
Isn't
that dangerous, like to blow out your windows?
Well, I'm assuming you rolled the window down.
Yeah.
But still, the concussion, man.
I don't know. Maybe he rolled it all the way down.
All right.
So what we are describing here, if you're not a hunter, is a problem for a couple of reasons. First off, right now, I don't believe it's turkey season. I don't think you can shoot a turkey.
Okay, so there's number one.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Second, he did not have permission to hunt in the field in which he saw the turkey.
I was just going to say, like, whose property was this?
No idea.
Yeah.
Just saw one. But most alarming, it is super illegal to shoot from the road out of your car.
That feels like a fair
You got it.
thing.
Despite all of this, the hunter took a shot.
Yeah.
Yet the bird did not fall.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You know why?
What?
Turns out it wasn't a turkey at all.
Oh, no.
The 43-year-old man
What did he shoot?
had been fooled by the robo-turkey.
Oh.
A what?
The robo-turkey.
Fake turkey?
What's a robo-turkey?
Not just a fake turkey, Kimmy, a robot turkey.
That's hilarious.
The DEC, Department of Environmental Conservation in New York State, has robotic turkeys.
Wait, that was theirs?
Yes, that they will deploy to catch people doing exactly what this man was arrested for. When the shot was fired, 2 DEC agents popped out of the bushes.
Gotcha.
You got to be kidding me.
Oh, it gets better. The driver saw them, did not want to get caught, so he sped off. But there were 2 other officers with their cars
They
positioned.
anticipated
So
all
they had
this.
a chase car?
Yes, they had 2 cars blocking the road down the street that stopped him. And it turns out this is now so much worse for this man than we thought initially.
Yeah.
On top of the illegal stuff we just talked about, it turns out it's also illegal to have a loaded gun in a car, so they got him for that.
Okay.
He was driving on a suspended license.
Okay.
They got him for that. Oh, and it turns out he's a convicted felon. So the gun that he was shooting from his car at the robo-turkey, he is not allowed to have that. He is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, sounds like some jail time's coming up.
All thanks to a robot turkey.
Damn.
Okay. So in this case, the robot turkey got someone doing a lot of illegal stuff.
Yeah.
But I asked the hunting community, because we are naive to this.
Yeah.
And the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. That has to be expensive, the robo-turkey,
The
right?
whole setup, man.
Yeah.
Think of how many officers you just mentioned.
Yep.
There's 4 officers. You had 2 cars, 2 in the field. Somebody's working that turkey.
By the way, one of the worst sex moves ever. 2 in the field, 1 in the stink.
So, what a robot turkey costs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the robot turkey? I'm dying to know. Does it
Good enough to fool somebody.
Well, but it's also from a distance.
True.
Does it look like an actual turkey when I'm standing next to it? Does it gobble?
Oh, it could, I
Does
guess.
it-
Right?
I mean, how much
it
does
could
it
have
move?
a recording of a turkey.
But it would have to move its head like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think because they were so ready for this.
Yeah.
This guy's done it before, or other people may have done this on this property. Like, they were definitely anticipating something happening. Like, it just feels like this couldn't be like the first time. Like, they just could happen to catch him that day.
No, I agree with you. And I guess my question is this, because you brought up the expense.
Yeah.
Right? How expensive this would be. You have robot turkey, Lord knows what that costs. You have 2 officers in the bushes.
Yeah.
You have 2 officers down the road waiting. That is a lot of resources to catch
Yeah.
somebody. How often does this happen where
Yeah.
they were willing to commit all of these resources to catching someone
To
on
a
the side
sting operation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, if they put this robo-turkey out in a field, is it a foregone conclusion that at least one person is going
One
to try?
guy is going to, I got to get
Well, I
this
guess
son bitch.
if let's say if it's
Shoot
somebody's personal property and they call and they're like, hey, people are like shooting stuff out here on my property, and at that point it's dangerous.
Okay.
So I can understand like why you would have to do something about it immediately.
But you
right?
don't even know if you're catching, like, the initial person
No,
who...
but if you catch one person doing it, it probably means they've done it before.
But you know what's weird? Like every time, almost every time when I drive out in the country and we're on a back road,
Okay.
at some point when we're traveling, I always see some kind of traffic sign that's been blown out by buckshot.
Yeah.
Because it's kids just horsing around, right?
Sure.
Well, they never catch those kids.
Well, they don't have robo-sign.
I guess so, right?
Well, I guess that was my thought is, like, when you're out in the sticks, there is so much wide open space.
To just horse around.
And, like, the fact that this guy was willing to take this shot, tells me that, like, I would have thought my odds of being caught doing something illegal as a hunter by the DEC were minuscule.
Like zilch.
Yeah, but it turns out maybe that's not the case.
But it's
Apparently.
got to be people who see it and report it, right? Like other people that are pissed, like, hey, I'm doing this the right way, and this jerk over here is effing around.
No,
like,
you're right. We do know hunters are pretty good at policing themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, because you brought up the danger of it.
Yeah, you're
Right.
probably pissed.
Yeah,
Like this guy's ruining it for everybody.
Yeah, you're spending
Yeah.
money, you're investing time,
Yeah.
and this person's taking shortcuts. Adam writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. They've done this for years. They have all different kind of robot animals they use.
Oh,
No kidding.
really?
What's the robot animal budget?
Well, maybe you only need
pretty
to
big.
buy one.
What if they hit it with, is it bulletproof?
Maybe I would imagine it's ready to take a bullet.
You
right?
bought a bulletproof robot turkey?
Yeah, what's that go for?
The Turkinator?
I mean, is it on one of those robotic lawnmowers? They just stick the damn thing on top
I don't
of it,
know.
just work
I'd
the
love
controls?
to see it.
Well, Dan says sometimes a robot turkey is just an RC car with a fake plastic turkey
Oh,
on
okay.
top.
Well, there you go.
okay.
How far is the turkey where you wouldn't notice it?
I don't know if the grass is a little high.
Right.
You wouldn't see it.
All right, okay, we're getting a lot of people talking about all the different animals. Kimmy, can you get a Google what's the robo-turkey and the robo-deer look like from the state DEC? Because, like, how close do I have to be before I realize that's not...
It's a fake.
Yeah, because, like, if you think about this situation, and again, we're talking about this 43-year-old man just east of us. He was driving his truck in a nearby field. He saw a turkey. He wanted that turkey, so he took a shotgun, pointed it out his window from his car in the road, and took a shot, but it wasn't a turkey.
Yeah.
It was a robot turkey set up as part of a sting operation by the Department of Environmental Conservation. 2 DEC agents jumped from the bushes to arrest him. The man took off because it turns out he was a felon, shouldn't have had a gun, and a whole bunch of stuff wrong. They had a traffic blockade set up down the road. He was arrested, all thanks to the Turkinator. Kimmy, what are we looking at?
Okay, so the one I'm looking at, they call it a turkey bot, and it doesn't like move
How
around.
do you not call it the Turkinator? How do you build a robot turkey that takes a bullet?
But it really doesn't move that much. The tail, the feathers on the tail just kind of go up and down a little
Okay.
bit,
All right.
and
I
then it
guess if
just
you
looks
just-
like a real turkey. But it doesn't like move all that much.
It sounds like a target almost. Like
Yeah.
you would see like
Kind of.
like you would shoot at like a state fair.
Yeah.
Those ducks that go by.
Kind of disappointed.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, there could be other versions of it, but yeah, the one I'm seeing, it's just kind of staked into the ground,
Oh.
and then it moves a little bit.
Because the way I envisioned it was I'd be walking, and like the turkey would be right next to me. I'd be like, oh my god, that's a turkey, and then like its
But it
face
would have like legs and
Yeah.
it's like moving.
but then its face would like fold down, and there'd be like a whole bunch of electronic stuff in its head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like Westworld?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It looks
Yeah.
like you can attach it to like little, I don't know what to call them, like cars or things that'll move around.
Well, this is less fun. All right. If you get caught doing this in this way,
Yeah.
you have to feel like the dumbest person of
you're-
all time.
You're a goddamn fool.
Well, because like Tommy, it's a completely unforced error.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did this all to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And you were also fooled by a decoy on an RC car, it sounds like.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and you've been nailed dead nuts. It's not even like you can argue this was some kind of mistake and you guys don't understand. Like, they watched the whole thing. They know the bird is not real.
Right.
You fired from your car. Like, it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, just give me my punishment.
I would think, yeah, just bend over. It's over.
And for this guy, based on what he had in the past, he could be going to jail
Yeah.
for this.
Sounds like he is. Because he also fled.
Yeah, right.
Tried to flee.
You tried
right.
to take
And
off.
then he hit the chase cars that are up the road.
The chase car for the Robo Turkey. The Turkinator.
You got caught twice in one sting.
Like the only thing
Yes.
missing, the only thing missing in that story is banjo music.
Well, we don't know he wasn't playing it on the radio.
Okay.
He was in his car. Kelly writes us on Instagram. Duffy on WCMF, easiest way to get us. She says, my cousin is a game warden on the TV show Northwoods Law. They've been using him for 10 years. Question. What is Northwoods Law as a TV show?
Must be.
I've never heard of it.
They have a reality show about game wardens.
Why not?
And her cousin's on it?
This is what she says. Cousin's
Okay.
a big old game warden star.
Tonight on Game Warden Country.
Would you watch?
No.
Okay. Kimmy?
Well, I said
no,
it, but
I
maybe
can
I
understand why some people would be interested in it.
But I bet I may, if I just catch an episode, I may get
Yeah,
sucked in.
maybe it's kind of addictive.
Because that's what had happened to all these others, like, TV shows I watch.
Yeah, you get sucked in a lot, easy to everything. Okay, it turns out there's a lot of people writing us information about the Turkinator based on this television show.
Yeah.
So maybe it seems it's a little bit popular.
Okay.
A touch. Dalton writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. The DEC has more authority than state police. They are the ones you don't want to F with. All they need is probable cause for a warrant.
The DEC has more power than the troopers?
So remember, we kind of found this out a couple of years ago when they were trying to find someone who shot a deer without a deer permit.
Yeah.
Remember, where they were able to go to his house and search the house because they believed that he had shot a deer illegally, and it turns out they were right. And we were asking, like, how do you walk into that house without a warrant? And we found out, oh, they got probable cause. They can just go in there.
Okay.
So,
all right, so they have a lot of leeway.
All
And a huge budget.
yeah, with all the robo stuff. All right, so what do we learn here? Don't shoot a gun out of your car.
Yeah.
Okay. There are robot turkeys and deer that exist walking around, and the DEC is in your house right now.
Going through your stuff.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
All right.
All right. I mean, look, no one's going to argue with the success of this business. It's one of the biggest grocery stores in America.
Okay.
Well, most successful.
Yeah.
And outside of the grocery store game, they've had success in other
Yeah.
food areas. This one, however, it's hard to know if they're not having success with this or they want to keep trying something new to see what works, because there is something new
Yeah.
in a place that was something old. And I know you've seen this, but
I haven't been in yet.
okay. He's chomping at the bit. Chomping at the bit. Oh, I got information you don't.
No, I don't. I haven't
about
been in.
something I love, so I want to tell you all about it. With all the success they've had everywhere else,
Yeah.
you don't need these.
Oh.
And we'll get into it next here in the break room. I'll see you, man. Like, we're not going to pretend to be business moguls.
No, we
right?
are not.
We don't know what we're doing here. We do know that this has undergone a couple of different changes, like complete changes, over the last 25 years.
Yeah.
And if it's because, they're struggling to make money with it, I guess I would ask, if you're doing so well with the other stuff, why do you need to do this at all? Because there is something new in Pittsford that is a lot like what they replaced it with. And I'll be frank, with what they already have inside the store, I don't get it.
Okay.
You hang it out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. First off, go to WCMF.com right now, enter for your chance to win the $50,000 home makeover wish list contest. Submit your dream home and makeover wish list. And if it matches our secret contractors list in the exact order, you could win $50,000 towards your next home project. Enter now at WCMF.com just after 7 o'clock. It's Friday. You know what that means?
Oh, creepy time.
That's right. Creep cap, all the disgusting things Tommy said all week just after 7. Also, it's a chicken or egg discussion. Do we drink because of our team?
Yeah.
Or does our team have our support because of how much we drink?
Okay.
And we'll get to it just after 7 o'clock here in the break room on CMF. Last year, we found out that the Pittsford Wegmans was closing its attached restaurant.
Yeah, the burger bar.
The Burger Bar.
Yeah.
A bar for burgers. And they said they were going to replace it with something, but they didn't say what they'd replace it with.
Right.
Now we know what they've replaced it with.
So what is it?
Open now at the Pittsford Wegmans, The Grill.
Oh, the grill.
The Grill. That is the name of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually been open for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a sit-down restaurant, though. Correct?
Kind of. So you haven't tried it yet.
No, I haven't been in.
Okay. I haven't been in.
I'm surprised you didn't go take a peek. Just
I'm
at
dying to go.
Yeah.
What? You could just
Yeah,
walk
you
in.
could literally just pop your head in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So it's like counter service and tables, it looks like.
Yeah.
So they got a new menu, soups, salads, and burgers. They also have entrees that include a 12-ounce sliced ribeye and Latin grilled chicken thighs, amongst other things. By the way, this is the second The Grill location.
Oh.
Okay.
The other is in the Canandaigua Wegmans.
Oh.
Were you aware that there was
I did not know.
a grill in Canandaigua?
No.
Okay. So folks out in Canandaigua have already sampled.
Yeah, grilled up.
So it turns out that Wegmans now has 7 restaurants between The Grill,
Mm-hmm.
other burger bars that are still open in other Wegmans locations, Amore at the East Ave Wegmans, that's the Italian joint, and next door across the street from the Pittsford Wegmans, that's the sushi place. They have 2 locations, one in Pittsford, one in New York City.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
What's
Yes.
that?
Because you're the expert, Tommy, on all things Wegmans. What is the point of this new restaurant in Pittsford?
What is the point?
What is the point of The Grill?
The grill?
The Grill.
Well, it's a place to meet like-minded grilling people.
No, I don't.
It's where the elite meet to eat.
And grill. Why do they need that there?
I don't know.
Kind of seems like overkill.
Well, it also, kind of it was a burger bar at one point, right?
Yeah.
Kind
Before
of the
that, it was
same,
an
like-
actual high-end restaurant.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
called Tastings.
Tasting.
I love that place.
Yeah, I know you did. You used to want to go all the time. Hey, he would ask me, hey, you want to go out? And I'd be like, yeah, where are we going? And he'd be like, the grocery store.
They had one of the best bars in town.
Bro.
And 2 of the best bartenders in town.
We were drinking at the grocery store.
Yes.
Like, looking back at it now, how lame ass we look.
Bro, that was a hip joint.
Where you want to go, man? You want to go to Salinger's? You want to go to Tornado's? You want to go to the... no, let's go to the
What
grocery store.
Wegmans?
Hey, tell you what, you want to get some 2% milk when we're done drinking. This is perfect because I need 12 rolls of toilet paper when we're done at the bar. The point I'm making,
Yeah.
if you've never been in the Pittsford Wegmans, their prepared food section may be their best in America.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They have everything.
Yeah.
Like everything. And your theory is they use it as a testing ground for all the others.
They do.
Okay. So I have a nice Wegmans on Calkins Road. The prepared food section in Pittsford makes that look like a tire fire.
Yeah.
It's too much to choose from.
Too many options.
Yes.
Yeah, but I guess they want to test these things out here
Understood.
Yeah.
with the, the high-enders.
Okay.
But they
to see if
also-
they'll go for it.
But Wegmans, they also have like next door across the street.
It's
right?
literally next
Yeah.
door.
So it is. You're right. Like it does feel like overkill to have that much stuff in one little area.
Yeah.
But they're
Seems like
completely
a weird
separate.
place to test it. I guess.
What you're saying?
Completely separate.
Yeah. I mean, you got to walk a good 8 feet
Different
from
parking lots, Pat.
No, Kimmy. There's also a door between. It's not different parking lots. You have to walk 8
Oh no,
feet.
I meant from next door.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to walk 8 feet from the prepared food section into the grill.
But think about this. Let's say you're going to go grocery shopping, right?
Sure.
I slide in.
Yeah.
I get myself some grilled ribeye,
Oh, this is when I'm grocery shopping, you said?
Yeah, before I shop.
So I'm going to go on my grocery shopping trip.
Right.
And before that,
We're going to have a nice
I'm going
ribeye.
to sit down for a ribeye steak.
And a beer.
Yeah.
Or a glass of wine.
Uh-huh.
And then I go shopping.
Hey, remember yesterday around 7 when we were talking about the amount of people that are going to different grocery stores based on how much you save, percentage-wise?
Yeah.
And you think that there are people in America right now that are like, it's time to go grocery shopping, but I'm not going to have time for my lunch ribeye. How am I going to...
But that's rich people, how rich people do.
How am I going to squeeze in my lunch steak before this is perfect. We can
stop shopping and grilling.
Stop at the grill. The grill. 252 WCMF. The Calkins Road Wegmans has replaced the Burger Bar, which closed last year, with a new restaurant called The Grill. It's actually the second location they have. The first one is out in Canandaigua. It's the 7th restaurant they run independently from their grocery stores.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't get it on account of all the stuff they already have. Because, let me put it this way. On the rare occasion I am at the Pittsford Wegmans, if I'm going to get something to eat prepared food-wise, I never leave happy. And here's why. As good as all this stuff is, there is so much between the prepared food section and what was the Burger Bar. Yeah. I never feel like I got the right thing.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Too many choices?
Yes. Like after I have made the decision and I walk out, all the other options, I'm like, I should have gotten that instead. I didn't make the right decision. What do they call that? Analysis paralysis?
Yeah.
Right? Now you add this new place into the mix. I'm going to have a stroke.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yes. And to Kimmy's point about getting the right kind of data, if you have too much stuff to choose from, I don't think if you're running all of this as a testing ground, you're getting accurate information.
Right.
How many people at any other Wegmans are going to have the option between 15 different things in the prepared food section? And I'm not exaggerating, right?
Bar and grill.
And then, bar and grill next door. And then you got the sushi place across the street. I have all these options. If I can choose from all of them, if I only have one, I'm going to do something else. No other Wegmans is going to open up the grill and next door and a 15-section prepared food section.
Well, I think it's more for when they start expanding. Aren't they going into North Carolina now?
Yeah.
Right. So this is probably the stuff they're going to introduce when they expand down south.
Oh, is that what they're going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you use Pittsford residents to test those markets?
They
in the
do.
South? I know that, but I guess that's Pat's point. Is it doesn't feel like that coincides.
No, because they only go into rich areas.
I understand. But
so they got the store in a rich area. This is where they test it out.
But it's the rich South, right? I
feel like it's different.
I
don't know.
Most of that rich South are New Yorkers that moved down.
Do you hear how smug he sounds? Most of the rich South are New Yorkers.
Are educated New Yorkers.
Now, excuse me, I need to order my lunch pre-grocery store ribeye.
It does surprise me, though, the success they've had with some of their in-store restaurants. I go to the East Ave Wegmans, and
that's the Italian
everybody
joint.
that goes to that one knows what a pain in the ass the parking lot situation is. You never want to hit it at a busy time, but for whatever reason, that place is stuck.
Look, I get the idea of a moray on East Ave because it's like a sit-down nice
Italian restaurant.
Yes, exactly.
Right, but the idea of it, you're still attached to you're still using the same parking lot as a grocery store. I don't know. It's just so interesting to me that a nice spot like that
with a shopping cart corral.
I guess the better question would be, look,
what's that?
Wegmans is so ingrained in our psyche, right? It's such a part of our community, and it's become such a nice place for all of us that, going to a nice restaurant at the grocery store isn't foreign to us.
Yeah.
If you were to open up a Wegmans like this in Virginia, and you had an Amore attached to it, would the first reaction of the community members be like, oh,
awesome.
Great, I get a store next to my grocery store, or is it why am I dressing up to go to the grocery store? Because you're not going to wear
it's
shorts
weird
and a
side
T-shirt,
by side,
right?
Yeah.
All right, going back to the whole analysis paralysis, there's too many choices. I would argue the best places to eat in Rochester have the smallest menus.
Smallest menus?
Hot's place, you walk in, you know what you get.
Well, because it's a hot dog
Pizza
joint.
place, pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
The more I have to choose from when I walk into a restaurant, the harder my life
Well,
becomes.
you always walk in with a chip on your shoulder. Because all of a sudden, you get your dander, the hair in the back of your face goes up. And because
on the back of my face?
look at this jerk over here. Probably a goddamn Dolphin fan. Yeah, I know how you are, man. You hate it before you taste it. Yes, a stupid sign. I hate when people
the sign. Look,
dumb parking.
Yeah, yes, all of this is true.
You just start checking things off to hate before you've even ordered a drink.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Do I need this guy with his backstory, how he made my drink?
When I sit down at a restaurant, I don't need a goddamn novel about where the thing is from, where the ingredients are from.
Because you were raised out of a goddamn feeding trough.
No, just tell me what the
Your
food
mother
is.
just came in the morning to dump slop into a bucket, and they all just chowed on it.
Artisanal purple carrots that were grown at a farm.
They have such a pop.
During a full moon off of a lake you've never heard of in the like, no, just shut up and tell me what it is. It's a purple carrot. That's all I need to know. Like, my food doesn't need a biography. Feed me the food. This is not actually going to make me want to order it more. And you know what pisses me off? My wife buys into all that crap.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, my God, did you know that the orzo was hand... Shut up! You going to eat it or not? It doesn't matter.
Eat your food.
Look,
Be
man,
quiet. Just put quality on my plate.
If you choose food based on a backstory, you're a douche. You are a douche.
Well, I am a food hole.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. Look, the other problem when it comes to this, if I go to a place with my wife that has a bunch of stuff on the menu she wants to try, she will bully me into getting something she wants.
Split.
Yeah, so she can try two things. And I just go with it because I don't know what to do because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I leave the restaurant angry because, as I'm eating mine, I'm looking at someone else's thing. I'm like, oh, that looks really good.
Well, maybe you should have listened to the description that you crapped all over.
Oh, it's a food No, because I don't care where it was grown, what it comes from, what the middle name of the guy who grew it was. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And the guy who grew it or sourced it, whatever, he's always got a beard like mine, right? And he's got tattoos.
He looks like you.
He's an organic farmer. It's farm to table.
Who cares? What does that even mean? Everything is farm to table. Everything.
Well, no, it's directly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it didn't come from California.
No, but that's the other funny part.
What?
You can't prove it.
No, it's sourced local.
Okay.
Well, Tommy also wants to know where the chefs were trained, where they're from.
What?
Do you know they go to Italy and they study?
No, he
the
really
best
did.
pasta
They
makers
do.
in the world.
They
but
do. They
here's
send
the
these
thing.
people to Tuscany to
but
learn how
you
to make a
just
pizza
make-
that you all crap on.
You make stuff up. You
No,
just
they
make
do.
Stuff up. No,
They do their research. They do their research.
look, they're a successful business, which again blows my mind.
They go to Spain to figure out the cheese.
They go to Spain to figure out the cheese. I said what you said back to you, and you laughed like I was the idiot. We have Instagram messages coming in. Duffy at WCMF. Easiest way to get it. Connor writes us, the Cheesecake Factory must be a nightmare for you. Connor, you're absolutely right. It's like a goddamn novel. That
it
thing.
is.
a lot.
It's
a lot.
it's going
But
back.
you know what you're getting. You don't need the explanation.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no, because they don't have. It would be the size of the Lord of the Rings if they put the explanation in it. All right, go back to the new restaurant, The Grill, opening out in front of the Burger Bar. Is a standalone restaurant a better idea for Wegmans? Because all of their restaurants,
Well, next door.
yeah, even
But
that's
almost-
right next to the grocery
Yeah.
store.
But it's not attached, I guess. But
All right, let me put it this way: not attached to or anywhere near the store.
Oh,
Do you not want to know that it's affiliated with the store? Is
Well,
that what you're saying?
No, I think that it being a Wegmans branded restaurant benefits them
Okay.
because Wegmans has quality stuff. Let me
Right.
put it this way: there are nights where I could go for some of Wegmans prepared food, where I'm jonesing for it, but I don't go get it because I don't want to fight the 6 o'clock out of work madness.
so if they had a standalone restaurant on the Jeff,
Grab and go place, not
Okay.
near the store. I think I would go
right,
to
that would probably work.
Like
would
a
it-
Wegmans cafeteria
Yeah.
almost?
And I don't think it would be hard to pull off. You already have the warehouses and the trucks and
And
all
you already
that.
had the prepared food, so yeah.
You got it. You would just need to have a new place. You could even throw a coffee bar in there so you could
Ooh,
run it all
coffee
day
bar.
long. Think about how much easier it would be for people that, I don't know, like Wegmans coffee to go to a standalone coffee place as opposed to go inside, fight the people buying groceries.
I think
stand
that's a
in
good.
line.
I think you should call Danny.
I feel like
Actually,
Well,
I got his email. No big deal.
I heard I have it too. We were all in the email.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like you're describing kind of like a Boston market style Wegmans,
Yeah. Because, but here's the thing.
where they scoop it for you.
Boston Market was a good idea. The food just sucked. You know what I mean? The idea of going down the
Yeah.
line to get real food is
Yeah.
a good idea if the food is good. And look, it's expensive, but the food in the prepared food section is good at
Yeah.
Wegmans. It's good food.
It's delish.
Unless the prepared food only exists to sell more groceries inside of Wegmans.
Well, they get
Just
you in
go
there, and
in.
then you go. Yeah.
And then you got to pick up a few things.
All right, let
which
me
turns
ask-
into a full
Yeah.
cart.
Let me ask this question. Are you more likely to go in to get prepared food and buy groceries, or are you more likely to go in to buy groceries and then buy prepared food?
I think I've done both.
Which
But I think probably more scoring it while we're shopping than I just took a trip in for prepared food.
Okay. So the prepared food is a bonus buy from the shop.
Yeah, because I start cruising through it and I see that sushi all laid out there. And they're just talking to me. The tuna starts talking.
Tuna talk.
It's a tuna talk.
Kimmy, do you buy groceries when you're going for
I'm
prepared
thinking
food?
because I normally go in the afternoon, so I'm always going to get something specific, but then I'm always talking myself
That
into
doobie
lunch.
kicked in, you know.
So I
Little
probably
tokey toke in the parking lot.
Oh, you're talking about tuna toke?
Oh, yeah, she tuna toke.
So I'm probably going for groceries, ending up with prepared food.
Okay, so if everyone's going for groceries and getting the prepared food, then the standalone one would work because, I have the opportunity. I don't know, whatever. Danny's got to figure it out. I heard he does his research.
Yeah, he's got a Ferrari for a reason.
Okay, well then why do you keep changing the restaurant attached to the
Because he's
Fisher
not
White
afraid to take chances.
Oh my God, what is he, your dad? Calm down.
Oh, man, that'd be so cool. You wouldn't want him to be your dad.
I don't know.
I met your dad. You've heard about my dad.
All right, fine. It would be a better situation.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, but imagine you two growing up with billionaire dads.
Well, he already
You would be
kinda-
monsters.
Okay, we have an example right here.
What?
Your
Who?
dad was a millionaire.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Moose. Yes, my father was a millionaire. Yes,
Yes, my father was a millionaire.
but he also blew him. He also blew it in the end.
So did your mom, but we're not talking about.
Pat.
Let's take a break. It's Friday, with Evan.
Oh, it's creepy time.
Yep, all the disgusting things Tommy said all week long. It's a creep cap coming at you here on CMF. And we have a list in front of us. The drinkingest football fans
Yeah.
in America. And look, spoiler alert, we already know where this is going. We're number one.
Yeah.
But it's how far ahead
Oh.
we are that's a bit jarring. And when it comes to why,
Yeah.
are we a community that drinks that just happens to have a football team? Or does the football team we have and the history we've lived with the reason why we are drinking this much?
All right.
And we will get into it next here in the break room on CMF. the fact that we're in first place here is not surprising.
Okay.
It's the distance between 1 and 2 that I think will throw people a little bit.
Right.
And there are 2 questions we need to answer as a community and a fan base. 1, is this a source of pride or shame?
Right.
And 2, do we drink this way because of the team we cheer for? Or would we drink this way whether or not this team existed just because of where we live? You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF, we'll get to that in just a second, but it is Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
Tommy says a lot of gross-ass things.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do. Kimmy collects all of it. We run it back. We call it the Creep Cap, and it happens now on CMF.
Oh, you feel that? That's creep running down your spine. It's the Creep Cap on WCMF.
Her thing.
What?
Her lady thing. She's
It's
got a
almost
lady thing
creepier
like
to
that
call it
lady.
a lady thing.
You have a lady pocket like she got a lady
A
pocket.
lady pocket. A lady pocket. What do you keep a Swiss
Hot
Army
pockets.
knife in there?
Hey, come on, baby. Wait. A little closer to the shoe, baby. Come on, work the fatty for sure.
Well, you know George East was doing it because he's doing the hand crank for the camera on his
yeah,
shoe.
Yeah, the head go like, hey.
Nope.
She broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. She's got 2 sets of lips.
God, come on.
I'm a hot boy.
I don't want to sweat through a pair of underwear.
Hot boy, summer in the city.
He was playing
Back
that.
in my crack, getting dirty and gritty.
Bro, I've watched you have
Are
to
you
get up and
serious?
run to take a dump.
Yeah, but it's different.
Really?
That's a butt birth. A little different. I can't hold him a butt birth.
I want to go home.
Yeah, but why can't Grandpa
He can.
be horny?
But does he know what he looks like? My question.
And you can be horny in private. Nobody's saying it's your God-given right to be horny. America will not stop you from being horny. They will not tread on
I
your
want my horny.
They will not tread on your horn.
No, you're also playing for that knob,
I think it's more than that.
which is a great game
Both,
show
but
in
But
Japan.
you're also getting a plate of food.
Play that
knob!
Which is where they do it in English because it's in Japan.
Well, it's a worldwide show. You're not going to do prison time. You think you're going to have prison time for oogling?
What are you
Are
doing?
you going to go into oogle court?
Oh my God.
So-
You're going to call the oogle cops?
I want you arrested for what's happening right now. One of my favorite Don Ho songs.
Tiny nipples. I don't know the rest of this song. I should, but I don't.
So good to be a creep.
There it is, the Creep Cap on CMF. So every year, they do a study of the drinkingest fans in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the way they measure this is beers consumed by the average fan per game.
All right.
And they break it down by team.
And this is probably just in stadium. I'm
So we'll
guessing.
get to that. Put a pin in that
All right.
because we're not entirely sure. So we have the top 5 in front of us.
Right.
And, we could have you guess, but we'll be here forever.
Yeah.
So I'll just give you the top 5. Lions fans were 5. They averaged 4.8 beers per game. Browns fans were 4th. They averaged 5 beers per game.
Okay.
Bears fans were 3rd at 5.1 beers per game. Do you want to guess second?
Green Bay.
No. Green Bay did not show up on the list. Kimmy, you want to take a
Oh.
shot?
I was gonna go. Minnesota.
No. Cincinnati Bengals fans were 2nd.
Okay.
Makes sense.
5.2 beers a game.
Eh?
I think we all know who was number 1.
Yeah.
We were number 1.
Yeah.
But it's not the fact that we're number 1.
Yeah.
It's how far ahead we are at number 1.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because,
how-
again,
we're crushing it.
yeah, keep in mind, Bengals were number 2, averaging 5.2 beers per game. The difference between 5 and 2 is literally half a beer.
Yeah.
Bills fans came in at number 1, averaging 8.2
Whoa.
beers per
Oh,
game.
damn.
We are number 1 with 3 more beers per game on average than second place. We almost double up Lions fans at beers per game,
Yeah.
and they are in 5th place in the NFL.
So that's from like the start of the game to the end of the game.
Okay, here's the thing. It's very vague as
Oh,
what
okay.
they
So we're not talking like game day necessarily.
No, this is game day.
Okay.
It could be, I'm assuming at 8.2 beers per game, it is from the start of the day
Let's hope
Yeah.
so.
till the end.
Yeah.
And to answer a question you had a second ago,
Yeah.
it says that they averaged fans. So this could mean that it's people of all ages,
Yeah.
right? So in reality, if they used 12 plus,
Yeah.
that means people are averaging actually more than 8.2 beers
Yes.
per game, right? Because
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
The kids ain't drinking.
Exactly.
The little ones. Right.
All right, so now knowing that we as Bills fans lead the league in beers per game at 8.2,
Yeah.
is this a source of pride or is this a source of shame for Bills fans? 252 WCMF. All right, let me start with you.
Yeah.
Should it be a source of pride or a source of shame?
Well, I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't be drinking 8 beers.
Okay, no, everyone knows you shouldn't drink 8 beers
Yeah.
a game. Are you proud of us?
No.
No, you're not. You think this is shameful. You're an alcoholic.
Yes, I am.
And you're going to
Yes,
sit
I
here and you're going to wag your finger at
Yes, I
Bills
am.
fans. Are you serious right now?
It's a little embarrassing, man, when we're like out drinking the entire NFL.
How, with the life that you live,
I know.
can you say anything negative about other people's
I'm
drinking
not
habits?
saying. Listen, man. I'm not saying don't do it.
Uh-huh.
I don't teach it in my house. I don't preach it.
You do, actually.
I do.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
should this be a source of pride or a source of shame for Bills fans?
I mean, at this point, it really feels like the image of a Bills fan. This kind of goes
Is it
along
drunk?
with it. I also wonder, because it always felt like Bills games. I wonder if didn't we find out they had longer games in general than other teams? Like their games were going longer.
Yeah, that extra 4.5 minutes really it helps you put down 3 more beers.
I don't know, but not only were they longer games, but they were more intense games.
Yeah.
And you could never. We would talk about it. You could never go to bed early.
No, you're right.
So I
about
wonder
that.
if people were just drinking longer because of how the games were going.
All right, are you surprised that Bills fans average 8.2 beers a game?
Oh no,
You're not.
no,
Are you
just
surprised?
based on
Yeah,
the
that's
people.
really high when you're taking over the whole game.
All right.
Because you're talking to your point.
If we're talking the day, it does not surprise me. If we were just talking the game, it would surprise me.
But it's more.
Well,
Because they're just doing per head, not everybody drinks.
Well, to his point, to Kimmy's point, Brad is on CMF. Hey, Brad, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, Duffy. How are you?
Good, man. What's up?
So here's why I think that Bills fans take the cake and drink almost double what the next team does. You got to remember, in Orchard Park, there's all kinds of private lots that open up at whatever time they want. 95% of these other stadiums, even the lots around them, are owned by someplace that has to follow the NFL rules. Like, I've been to many road games that even in a private lot, you can't park till 4 hours before the game.
No, he's right.
Whereas in Buffalo, I can park on Thursday night where I park and tailgate till Sunday if I want to.
No, it is jarring when you realize, Brad, thanks for the call, but I appreciate it. It is jarring when you realize how ingrained the drinking culture is in us because, I get to my spot at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And I crack a beer the second I get out of my car. And that's what I do when I go to road games. For example, I went to Detroit a couple years ago. Right. And I got up and did my regular thing. The bars were open. I was the first person in the bar at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning next to the stadium. We went to Cleveland last year for the Browns game.
Same deal.
Browns open up the bars early. It was just Bills fans for the first 90 minutes from 8 to 9:30 when the bar was open. Despite these also being drinking towns, they are not drinking that early.
Do fans also? Because I know Bills fans that will, depending on where they're parking, will actually stay the night. Or they'll stay out until some of the traffic gets out of the way. So I wonder if there's also some a percentage of people drinking after the game as well.
Well, here's the other potential problem with this study.
What's that?
They don't make it clear if they are counting people at the stadium or fans in general.
Yeah.
Because if we're making the argument that, the lot opens, some people start tailgating at 7 a.m., driving up there. Yeah, okay, I get it. You can have a beer an hour. That's 7 beers before kickoff. It's before you're even in the game. And a beer an hour is not all that extreme.
No, but it will start to pile up on
Yes,
you.
it will. I understand. The point I'm making is
Yeah.
if we are all averaging 8.2 beers, folks in the stadium and folks at home and folks in bars, that's an issue.
Okay.
That's a bit of an issue that you're drinking 8 beers in your house on game day. Okay, so when it comes to pride or shame, again, Bills fans leading the NFL, beers consumed per game at 8.2 beers per game. It's a full 3 beers more on average than the Bengals who came in second place. There is something we need to keep in mind.
What's that?
For all the drinking that goes on at the stadium and in the parking lot, and there's a lot of it,
Yeah.
it's still a fun place. It used to be rough with yelling and fights and animosity towards the other team. But, Kimmy, I would argue that doesn't really exist anymore.
So how did that get dialed
I
back?
don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. Do you really? I mean, just because you don't see it, I guess, doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Look, I walk around the parking lot every game. Right?
I've never seen it, but I know people that have stories.
I remember back in the day when I was a kid going with my dad.
You noticed it more?
Look, I would see a dozen fights a game inside the stadium in the parking lot. It happened all the
So
they
must have really cracked down on it.
Well,
then,
Well,
security-wise.
the ticket also got more expensive.
Okay.
So you're not getting people just going because it's cheap and it's something to do on a Sunday. You're getting people that are going for the game.
Oh, okay, that's a fair statement. Look, I'll put it this way. When I was a kid, you never saw fans of other teams interacting with Bills fans.
Yeah.
Now when you go to that stadium, you will see tailgate parties taking in strangers from other teams that are, here's a beer, have some fun.
More unity.
Yes, I can't remember the last time I saw a fight in that stadium or in the parking lot. And I'm serious. I don't think since I've had my season tickets personally, 15 years, I've seen a fight in the lot or in the stadium.
Okay, well, this is good.
And I understand that it happens, right? And there are people that have seen it, but it was the Wild West when I was a kid.
Well, maybe all those people moved to Florida that fought. They're just down there.
Well,
I've seen things. I've seen things get a little dicey in like the upper section, like maybe not full on fist fight, but things get a little hostile up there.
All right. I guess what I'm saying is, if the fights were existing in the lots and in the stadium, we would all see them because everyone's got a phone in their pocket.
True.
Like there are fights that happen at other stadiums all the time, and they go viral immediately. I can't remember the last time I saw a Bills fan fight on social media. Can you guys? Because that would go viral in a second.
No.
All right. I think the most important question we need to answer.
Yeah.
All right, because you're ashamed of this. You say it's too many beers.
Well, I mean, really, come on.
Yeah. As you
settle down.
As you pull your hidden bottle of whiskey out of the fake plant behind you. Would we in Western New York drink this much without the Bills?
Oh.
Because what I find most interesting about this study, the cities that are named in the top 5 of the most drinking towns, right, or most drinking fans, Lions fans, Browns fans, Bears fans, Bengals fans, Bills fans. They're northern, mostly traditional Rust Belt cities.
Yeah, cold.
Dank. And all of them are just recovering from economic collapse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So heavy drinking in general would make sense.
Sure.
But their football teams also have something in common, too. Every one of those 5 teams have tortured their fan bases for decades.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, if you want to talk cursed fan bases, Browns, Lions, Bengals, Bills, and it's not like the Bears have really been any good since the mid-'80s.
They had 2 good years.
Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl. They lost with Rex Grossman.
That's it.
Your quarterback's name was Rex Grossman. You know they've never had a quarterback throw for 5,000 yards in a season?
Well, yeah, because McMahon wasn't really like a great quarterback.
No, they were riding that defense and sweetness, baby.
Yeah.
But like they've been around. They're one of the oldest football teams in the NFL.
And they've never had a
5,000-yard quarterback.
A slinger.
Never.
All right.
So like all of these teams would drive you to drink. So like the community is a drinking community, but all of these teams are tortured.
Well, also with the team being bad, you had to motivate yourself to go for like it. I feel like it became more about the party, less about the team.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Like when the Bills were in that drought, you're right. That's when that whole
it's like that's something fun to do on a Sunday. We have no expectations, so let's just make a party out of it.
But the whole Bills Mafia jumping through tables, tailgate explosion happened during the drought because you're right. We needed something to do.
Some fun, yeah.
Because this was going to be a not fun experience. There is one city on this list.
Okay.
That is, or excuse me, one city not on this list that tells me maybe it's the teams that make us drink. Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh is a Rust Belt blue-collar city. They are a beer town, but their teams have been good.
Yeah.
That city's got, 6 Super Bowls?
Yeah. They're not tortured.
No.
Right?
And they've had success in hockey. They've had
Yeah, I was gonna
success
say,
in baseball.
Well,
that
not
also
in baseball
well,
for a long time.
No.
But they did. They had a nice little run. Hockey, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
hockey,
but I think that's a
How
good
many Stanley Cups do they have?
They got a lot of cups.
point too, because even when the team wasn't, they could always just pick a different team to focus on.
Exactly.
You know.
So the fact that Pittsburgh is exactly like all these other cities, but their team has been good, tells me it's the teams that are leading us to drink this much. So does that mean that all of us in Western New York would be healthier and happier if the Bills never existed?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
There are times when I go to bed after a primetime Buffalo Bills game and my heart doesn't stop racing for hours. And I always think to myself, this cannot be good for me. This much stress in a short period of time cannot be good for my health.
I would love to see a study
Yeah.
of the average age, the average life expectancy per NFL team fan. Legit.
Oh.
Like, does
But
our
that could also do with like where you live and the lifestyle you're living.
Sure, right? But like,
I mean, the fact that you're eating sausage and drinking in a parking lot at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Let me smugly talk like this because people have things that they love and they enjoy themselves.
You shouldn't eat sausage and beer at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Why? What are you, president of not fun? Who said that? Who made that rule? Who made the rule you can't drink and eat sausage at 8 o'clock?
Well, it's not going to leave. You're not going to be old. You'll die young.
To his point, you don't see
fat.
a lot. You don't see a lot of elderly Bills fans in the parking lot. You know, like they do
Every
those
now and then you catch a Catch a unicorn.
Look, they always do those stories for other teams where it's like, oh, she's 102 years old and she goes to the game every week. I've never seen that story.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they're all gone, man.
He's 57 years old and he still makes it to the game every week. No, I mean, if Ralph Wilson, the original owner of the Bills, had decided to start his team in Miami like he originally planned, are we all, health nut, hike it on Sunday people? Like, if the team had moved to Seattle in the early 70s, which, that was a thing that could have actually happened.
Yeah. So, the Bills, you didn't have the Bills after 1970.
Maybe we're hell. I mean, I know it sounds sacrilegious
I think he'd probably find something else, some other addiction.
What?
To take the edge off.
What? What edge?
I mean, I think he would still drink.
What edge would it have? What edge are we taking off? I mean, there's.
Well, I mean, the factories went away. There was a lot of problems.
Okay. All right.
You forget about stuff like Love Canal and Attica. I mean, this has got a long history of bad things in this area.
But that was 30, 40 years ago. Things are turning around.
No, but I'm saying that would have caused you to drink back in the 70s. It would just kept the ball rolling.
Okay,
right?
Maybe, I don't know. Lori has an interesting theory as to why there are no more fights at the stadium.
What's that?
She writes us, Duffy on WCMF. Bills fans are too drunk to fight now, drinking 8+ beers.
Okay.
Well, that to her point, some of the problems we have seen is just simply somebody being a danger to themselves.
Yeah, no, I mean that we have seen.
Yeah, that cat that fell out of the stadium onto another fan.
Both of them were fine.
Okay,
totally worked out.
Well, that's a first.
Look, I'm not saying there aren't dangerous things that happen. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is,
I mean, when the upper deck needs seatbelts.
Well, it was moving. It was moving on him. No, I'm just saying, the lack of anger and animosity now, and no way to explain it, is remarkable. It's almost like, Kimmy, when we were bad, we started to appreciate just being together.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You had to give yourself something to look forward to, so you turned it into more of just a social event.
So when did those pregame shows, they really started to lean into that, jumping through the tables and how the debauchery. I know it was local, but when did that go national too? I mean, because that also put a spotlight on it.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I would say with the boom of social media too helped.
But that became a thing.
Sure,
that's what you were known for.
Well, it's so funny,
and you kind of feed into that. Because it's shown.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes it acceptable.
There's a chicken or egg argument. I get what you're saying. I do find it funny. Yeah. The Bills are actively trying to eliminate that, right?
Yeah.
They do not want tailgating in private lots. They're trying to figure out a way to stop it. They don't like the smashing tables, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then they invite in CBS, ESPN, and Fox, and that's all they want to talk about.
Eat these wings and jump off this truck.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you're kind of sending mixed messages to the fan base here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We want sanctioned table jumping.
But that's people want to come to Buffalo to see
what they saw. Yeah.
Exactly what's happening, right? So it's
its own sideshow.
It's a legitimate economic driver for the local business. And then you're like, oh, don't do that anymore. Except looking on TV, we're doing it.
Do you think also the influx of Canadian fans brought the level of hostility down because they seem to be pretty good drinkers?
Oh, Canadians have always been there.
Yeah.
So back in the day, they used to
Canadians you could spot, though, because they'd be wearing a Colts jersey to a Buffalo Bills game or something super random.
There are douche Canadians.
Yeah.
And then there are Bills fans Canadians. When I was a kid in the late 80s, early 90s, they would do Canada Day.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Canadians have been there for decades.
All right.
Yeah. All right, well, look, I guess with this information, maybe let's shoot for 7 beers next year.
Cheers.
Let's shoot for 7.
All right.
We'll work from there.
Let's go for the world record. There's got to be some soccer team that's drinking more than us. Let's go after them. Yeah, Scotland.
Well, no, but what's weird about soccer is, when I went to England for that Bills game, I get into the stadium, and we did the same thing we always do. We get up early, we start having beers, and you can walk on the street with beers in England. It's legal.
Yeah.
I get in the game, and I buy a beer, and I got to my seat, and I went to put my beer in the cup holder. No cup holder.
Oh.
And I go to the guy next to me. He's English. And I go, where's the cup holders? And he informed me they do not sell beer during soccer games.
Oh.
Oh, because of the violence?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But.
So you can't buy a beer?
You can't buy a beer.
So
and
this
was
NCAA rules?
I guess. This was
at one point.
Maybe it's different in different stadiums, but Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he said that during their games, they do not sell alcohol.
Well, I do know they had issues with people storming gates and
burning
stuff.
the place down.
I get it, but when you ask, maybe there are soccer teams that drink more. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not.
But there's a reason why they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. For years and years and years, the last 7, 8 years, every list that Rochester was at the top of was a good list.
Yeah,
right?
We've been crushing it.
That streak ends today.
Ooh, no.
And here's the thing. This looks bad. This looks really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
But I would argue this is a good thing for us. And even though this study, based on how they did it, is total BS, we should share it everywhere.
Okay.
Because if you want things to go back to the way they were,
yeah,
where you could afford a house,
okay,
right, and you weren't dealing with new neighbors that had Long Island accents, this is the way we do it. And I'll explain next here at the break room on CMF. This is going to make a lot of people angry.
Uh-oh.
20 years ago, this would have been devastating.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's wrong. It's wrong. But here's the thing. Do not get angry about this.
All right.
In fact, we should celebrate this.
We're on the right track.
Well, no. But if you want things to go back the way that they were,
okay.
This and more stuff like this is exactly what our community needs.
All right, so it might cool things down a little bit.
I think so.
Okay.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. Speaking of cool.
What's going on?
Go to WCMF.com right now. Win tickets to see the Guess Who with Don Felder. That's July 7th at Empower FCU Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com. We'll jump right into it. Right now, in front of me, I have the worst cities to live in New York State.
All right.
This list was compiled by a group called Money Incorporated, and here's how they did it.
All right.
They looked at areas with high crime, high housing prices, not a lot of attractions, poor public school performance, along with a bunch of other stuff, and they smashed it all together. Do you want to guess, Tommy, which city was the worst in New York State?
So they're using just the cities.
Just the cities.
Just the cities.
Just the cities.
I'm guessing we're number one.
No, you're wrong. Buffalo was the worst city according to this list in New York State. But coming in second place, Rochester, New York.
Okay, so you just go right down the thruway.
Rochester, New York, the second worst city in New York State.
All right.
They said our crime rate was too high. They said lack of employment was an issue. They said that average household incomes were too low compared to the rest of New York. Now, they admitted here that the cost of living was 24% lower, but they argued that's only because that's what we can afford because of our low wages.
All right, and then the schools underperformed.
Well, actually, they argued that the schools were better than other city schools, which, look,
I thought we had a really bad graduation rate.
We do, but maybe it's not as bad as other
worse.
places.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't have that information in front of me. They made it a point to say that, and this could be the metro area too.
Okay.
Right? They made it a point to say the schools are good in Rochester,
All right.
but everything else
sucks.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
What's that?
This list is ridiculous. And
Because we were just on one, hey, move to Rochester and raise a family. It's the greatest place ever.
every other list is Rochester is great. And it argues the opposite of every other list we've been on for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And in any other time in the history of our community, this should be enough to make us upset. However, right now, I would argue this is just what we need.
So it's the wrong track for the right reason.
Definitely don't live here.
Yes.
Get out. Get out of here, man.
Here's what I need everybody to do.
It's no good.
I need you to go to Money Incorporated.
All right.
I need you to find this article. I need you to spread it everywhere.
Okay.
Share
Don't come here.
Share it on your Facebook. Text it to your family and friends that are thinking about moving home. Let's put it on billboards on 90 for people that are just driving through. Let the outside world think that this is an awful place to be. Because maybe, just maybe, if that reputation catches, the price of homes will stop climbing like they have been for the last 10 years.
All right.
And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even making a joke. I think it is time that we all now need to shut up about the greater Rochester area.
Yeah.
What you see here, what you hear here, when you leave here, let it stay here.
Right. It stinks here.
Yeah.
This place sucks.
Gross. The radio shows suck. That one's true. But the rest of it, if you got friends that moved to Florida, tell them on Facebook every day what a smart decision they made. And make sure it's a public thing for them to see.
Don't come back.
Yeah. You think that would make enough of a difference to actually put a dent into what's happening here?
I mean, over time, it probably would. I mean, this is how we got here in the first place because of all the positive vibes that were going out about this place.
Okay, but, we've been talking about, like, chicken and egg stuff.
Yeah.
Did the positive vibes lead to people moving here? Or did people moving here lead to more positive vibes? Do you get what I'm saying? Because if there's one thing that I hear all the time from people that have never been to Rochester, right? People visiting, coming through, it's that they are surprised about how much they like Rochester, what their image of this place was versus what it actually was.
But I do think there was a lot of people that went south and got disappointed.
Yeah.
Like they had a fantasy of what living in the South was like.
Okay.
And then when they got down there, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't what they thought it was going to be. Because they bought into all the jive.
Sure.
Because I got people that have lived in Florida their entire life that now hate it because it's turning into Long Island.
Well,
I mean, just the traffic, how long it takes you to just get to things and how expensive things all of a sudden got. Even though there's no state taxes, everything else went way up in price.
Well, but I mean, look, you understand why people from New York. Let's just
oh,
use
sure, it's fun in the sun.
Well,
man.
it's not just that. You buy into the feeling of it's going to be vacation every day.
Right, and it's not.
Exactly, because you have life to live, right?
Right.
You're not going to Disney. You're not going to Universal. You're not going to the
No.
beach.
It changes your perspective on the place when it's now a place that you have to like live in as opposed
And
to
that's why I
visit.
think people wanted
Yeah.
to come back because it wasn't that much fun.
Sure.
Just sweating every day.
Well, and I think there's also an argument to be made.
Yeah.
You don't know how good you have it where you are until you're somewhere else.
That's
Because,
true.
like you and I, we love this place, but it's because we have a very unique perspective because we've been in every city in America.
Right.
Like we've seen what other places have to offer. We could have stopped anywhere and just lived there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kept getting called home here. I don't know what it was. I didn't know when I was a kid what it was, but I
Right.
know now, right? Like if you go somewhere else, you start to realize all the good things we got going.
It's true.
And maybe people are seeing that have never lived here before. But that needs to stop.
Yeah.
That needs to stop, and we need to take this study and this article and share it with everybody and tell them how much it sucks here. Okay. How much stock do you put in what the people who live in a place have to say about the place they live?
Depends.
What do you mean?
There's certain people from certain areas of this country I can't stand.
Okay.
No, just because they brag about their state or the area. I have been there, man, and it ain't what you're saying.
Can you give me an example?
Pennsylvania, shut up. I don't care about a gas station potato chips and how cool you think this place is. I've never been a fan of Pennsylvania.
I don't know why
really
you hate
like
Pennsylvania.
I like Pittsburgh.
What?
Well, it's weird though because if you
I do not like Philadelphia.
I don't know why
no,
you
but
hate
it's
Philly.
and it's weird too because depending on what side of Pennsylvania you grew up on, you hate the other side.
Right, and I get
so,
it.
like it's kind of like a civil war in Pennsylvania.
And you bring that up, man. There are some goddamn Pennsylvania jerkwater, slackjaw hillbillies, man. There are some towns that I feel like I'm in Mississippi when I'm
yeah,
driving.
but you
through.
can make that argument
Yes.
about some places in like some of those tiny little towns in New York.
But you
can
can
drive-
get, but you can get fried calamari in those towns.
You can drive 20 minutes from where we are right now and be in those towns.
Those
Yeah.
are good folk.
You're
Okay.
like, where
Those are
am I?
good New York folk.
252 WCMF, an article by Money Incorporated. They did a study, looked at areas with high crime, housing prices, not a lot of attractions, poor public school performance, other stuff. They decided to find the worst cities to live in New York State. Number 1 was Buffalo. Number 2 was us, the second worst city in New York State, which is the opposite of every list we've been on. And this would have been enough to make us furious 20 years ago, but this is what we need right now.
Yeah.
Everyone be cool and tell everybody this is how it actually is. Matt writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, Albany, all suck.
They call it the sucking chain.
Crime and homelessness run rampant. The break room is the only shining star in Rochester. Okay, I'd argue you're wrong about both of those things.
I don't see a lot of homeless.
Well, there's okay.
I mean, you
We don't. I mean, we come
do.
downtown every day. I don't really see a lot of homeless people.
Look, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I guess, like, to Matt's point here, right? Find me a place that doesn't have crime and homelessness.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the other thing. Like, when you've lived a place your whole life,
Yeah.
right? And you start to see news stories from other places.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that you're only getting a glimpse of what they're showing you in that article. Because I would also make the argument, all of the articles written about Rochester and how great it is the last couple of years,
Yeah.
I mean, they are a little bit overblown.
Yeah,
I
they're a
love
little
this.
glossy.
Yes.
A little glossy.
And like once a ball gets rolling downhill, right, it starts to, more things start to happen and, stuff. All the articles written about Rochester, it makes Rochester look a hell of a lot better than maybe it is on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But I would also argue, like, show me a place that doesn't have the problems that Rochester has.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
everybody's got problems.
Right?
And you'll hear people say, "Well, I visited insert city wherever they went, and it was really nice. They didn't have any." But you're only probably visiting like the nice.
You're on
parts.
vacation.
Yeah, you're on vacation. Like you're not really seeing it as a whole. Like you're only seeing a certain part of it, maybe so you have a different image of what it's actually like.
Sure. Going back to the whole idea of how much stock do you put in what people who live in a place have to say about it,
Yeah.
there are a few things you have to consider.
Like what?
Like, even the best places, if someone has lived there their whole lives, like, that can start to wear on you where you only notice the bad. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then, the folks that hate it there, right, on the opposite side, how many people have ever lived anywhere else? Like we talked about a second ago, right? Not that it's not so much a good place to live, it's good compared to other places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And finally, how do you know that that person that's saying the place they live sucks isn't just doing it because they're a dick?
Yeah. They're just miserable.
Exactly. They would be miserable no matter where
Yeah, you
they
can plop
were.
them down in Honolulu. Blows.
Well, I mean, the cost of living is absolutely ridiculous. Actually, you want to talk about a homeless problem? Honolulu's got a legitimate...
Yeah, but the view. You get $1 million view.
You get the back of someone else's tent.
Yeah, but look at the ocean. It's only a mile away.
You know,
Either direction.
What is really interesting about this list of the worst cities to live in New York State, all right? If you go down the top 5.
Yeah.
So Buffalo was the worst. We were the second worst. Then it was Syracuse. Niagara Falls came in 4th.
Well, Niagara Falls I'm surprised they're not up there.
That's what I'm saying. And then Schenectady was 5th. The amount of people living in a large area, statistically, is going to make things look worse. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. The more people in a concentrated area, the higher the crime, the higher the homelessness.
Well, because you get everybody.
Yes, the more the schools
the
are going to
good and the
struggle.
bad show
More people in general.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like if someone wanted to live out in the sticks, God bless you. It's not for everybody. And it can also be tough when it comes to finding certain kinds of jobs. Like this list that we have in front of us seems like it's less about which places are actually desirable and more where do the most people live in New York State.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, more concentrated areas.
But again, it's something we could use to our advantage so everyone be cool and talk about how much it sucks.
But don't you think cities evolve over time?
For example.
Well, they take New York City, for example. Mm-hmm. There was a time from the 60s and 70s you would not want to be in New York City. The city was broke. It was fully corrupt. And it was falling apart.
Sure.
Like I can remember like my aunt looking at like these buildings she could never afford to move into because it was so goddamn cheap because everybody was leaving it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it turned around. And certain cities kind of turn it around. I mean, you talk about Pittsburgh. You talk about Philly. They all had those problems.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they just kind of evolved. And I thought Rochester, after the collapse of Kodak, started to turn it around.
You're not wrong, but what's interesting about that take is it creates new problems because you're
For
right.
sure.
We were on the balls of our ass here for a while.
Something else shows up.
Yes, we didn't know what we were going to do, but with us turning it around, it creates the housing problem, right? It also creates the infrastructure problem that we're having right now that we don't have the money to fix the things that are being used, right? Like, you know, they're just bridges and
sometimes you just got to ride it out for a little bit and it'll get better if it's moving in that direction.
You're right, but again, like the better leads to bigger problems for people that never had problems before.
Yeah, I understand.
Look,
it's just new problems.
No, you're right. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is there will always be problems. The measure are the problems that you have here better problems to have than somewhere else?
Yeah, so I'm going to say right now, our country folk are better than Pennsylvania country folk.
Okay.
Because our country folk have tasted calamari.
Along those lines, not the calamari, but the problems in different places. Chelsea writes this. I lived in the South because of the Navy. It was great. Prices are so much cheaper. But there's actually seasons here, and all the animals outside aren't trying to kill you, which is nice. Just moved back here a year ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what do you want to deal with?
Yeah.
What do you want to handle? What problems do you want to have
the
today?
heat, Pat. The heat.
Bro, I'm telling that's enough to keep me out of the South. Legit. I could not live in Florida. I couldn't do it.
It's great in December. Not so great in July.
No, because I want seasons. I want snow. I want to go skate on a pond.
A lot of people that move down they get those seasonal depression because they want all that stuff back.
Which is funny because then you move back and you get seasonal depression because you're stuck in winter.
Can't really escape it, I guess.
All right, let's take a break. You need a distraction.
Sure.
Some kind of major sporting event that the entire world is pulling for.
Okay.
The American boys were at it again last night, a game that did not matter, although you wouldn't know that based on what people are saying this morning.
Yeah.
We are not a soccer show.
No.
But we're doing our best. And we will have our soccer expert, Tommy Muley, with another Tommy Muley World Cup date next here in the break room on CN. The boys are ready for win or go home.
Oh, boy.
But now all of a sudden, even though that game didn't matter last night, and I didn't watch it, did anybody watch it? Well, you did because you're the expert.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I was glued to it, Pat.
There are now questions, apparently.
Oh.
You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF. The American boys took to the pitch late last night.
Yeah.
Had a big old non-important game.
Yep.
And to catch you up with everything that happened, we present to you another Tommy Muley World Cup date.
We all remember, Patrick, what happened back in Barcelona in 55. Well, that's the way soccer works. We all remember what happened in Argentina in 56 when somebody got a brown card. They now call that a Royal Pets Mums disclaimer. So get in the game. Well, we all remember what happened in Mexico in 67 when a striker's little Charlie got 7 and flew into the stands and killed a granny.
The break room presents your World Cup date with Tommy Muley.
This is the dumbest bit.
What
of
an
all
accent.
time. Yeah, well, I mean, it's
You,
World Cup.
Kimmy,
It's the world, you know what
this
I mean?
idiot
Everybody's
you keep
contributing.
using.
Oh, but you were saying.
Oh, my update?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Oh, Patrick! The Yanks took on the Turks last night in the final game of the stager. And the Yanks struck early 2 minutes in from Austin Trusty. But then things took a turn, Patrick. The Turks scored 2 straight and took control of the match. But then the Yanks came roaring back with a goal from Tabasha Blackhouse. And it looked like things would end in a draw. But the Turks had another idea. They scored at the very end of the match and took home their first win in the Cuppa. And now the Yanks move on to play the dreaded players from Bosnia, July 1st at 8 o'clock.
Okay. Great job, first of all. Fantastic job.
Yeah.
So Team USA lost last night.
Yeah.
We knew that the game did not matter.
Nope.
And
To
it's-
either team.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
Turks were
'cause
already
they were
out.
out.
Yeah.
Or Turkey A, as they've been saying it on
Turkey A.
Turkey A. It sounds to me like Team USA played their second string
They did,
most of the
yeah.
game. Okay.
Yeah,
There was a bunch of schlubs.
Man, Kimmy, you're doing a really good job of sounding just like
No,
Tom.
one kid was wearing jeans.
so I guess the U.S. has played more players in the World Cup than like any other team.
Okay. I'm reading stuff this morning, however, because I did not watch the game. You know, look, I'm not a soccer person.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay up on this. That, people are now worried. Like, last night exposed things, like weaknesses in Team
well,
USA.
Yeah,
But this is their second string.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what
know.
this means.
unless they were supposed to just dominate despite having their second string guys in.
It does suck that you lost to a team. That was Turkey's first win yesterday.
But they're actually supposed to be very good at this. I guess they don't have a great team this year.
So that means they wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Maybe. I
I
don't
love
know.
it. You know,
I don't know.
They're supposed to be good, but they don't have a lot of good
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
So for
Something
some
happened. I
reason,
don't
it
know.
didn't all work out. Okay. So I think that one thing this World Cup is showing us, and maybe this is just me, I'll just speak for me, how little I know about smaller foreign countries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, this kind of happens during the Olympics, too. Every now and then you'll see a flag, like an athlete representing a flag you don't recognize, and then you find out about some teeny tiny little country somewhere that you either forgot about or had no idea existed.
Where it lies.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but here, when it's with the Olympics, it's a fleeting thing. You don't
Yeah,
have to think about
sure.
it all that much. Like now, Team USA is moving on to the group of 32 to play Bosnia Herzegovina.
So
whatever.
you remember they had a war
Okay, yes.
during the Clinton years.
Sure.
That's the only reason I remember them.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know Bosnia and Herzegovina was still a country.
Oh.
I'm not making that
So
up.
I think they were separate and they merged.
So they got back together? Weren't they
I think that was
originally-
part of the fighting.
So they're not still separate and just combined teams. They're
I
actually
thought they were one country.
Okay. Because I thought that it was just Bosnia, and it was Bosnia or Herzegovina, whatever. I don't even know how to say it. I don't mean to sound disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I thought that was like a country that existed between World War I and World War II.
Could have.
So did they get back
like
to
the Austrian Empire?
Yeah.
I think they were a part of that.
Were they a part of that? But now
Yeah,
they're
then
not
it
a
all
part of that?
split up.
Okay.
Because Churchill decided, no, you guys go over here now.
Okay, but that's what I mean. I saw that and I thought it was a typo. It's like, what are we doing this in 1923? I am being exposed
Okay.
to
European
how
politics.
well just yes, I'm being because
I mean, these are smaller, poor countries.
I know, but no, I get it. It makes me feel like an idiot.
Oh,
Because
why?
you like to think you know things, And then you're like,
you can't know everything. There's like, what is it, like 500 countries? You can't know them all.
I think there's like 200 some odd countries.
Well, we got how many?
We lost a bunch of them.
What happened?
Well, like England and Scotland got together. That's actually one thing. Again, like, see, like I can't even make a joke because I'm so ignorant as to what's going on across the world. And like, I guess what really is a kick in the scrot.
What's that?
Every other country in the world knows everything about us.
Well, because we're number one, and everybody wants to come here because we got Hollywood.
I get.
We got think about it.
Is that what it is? They all want to come to
We
Hollywood?
have all the cool glitzy stuff.
All the Bosnians are coming here to be on reality TV.
Do you ever notice they all try to act like us? They all dress like us.
What are you talking about?
They all want Western culture.
Man. Okay. Thank you, because I feel like less of a jackass
No.
after what you just said.
They all want to come here.
I don't think the Scots are staying. I think they're here to drink all
No,
our
but
beer and go back
they are
home.
loving it here.
Yeah, they're having fun.
Loving
It is
it
funny
here.
watching some of the fan bases like dress, I guess, like what they think is American. Like, have you seen like some of the fans like buying cowboy hats and stuff and cowboy boots? Like, that's like
Japanese guys love
their
those stuff.
tourism souvenirs.
Like just watching the Scots seeing exposed skin on women.
Oh, with the cheerleaders.
Oh yeah, like they're going nuts for that stuff.
Okay. No, like there are countries I didn't even know exist. Like I didn't know the Ivory Coast changed its name to
Le Cote
d'Ivoire.
Well, wasn't that always their name? But we just said it our way.
I don't know.
It's called the Ivory Coast.
Well, but here's the thing, and I made this argument the other day.
So
right?
they make ivory soap.
We played Turkey last night,
Yeah.
but the broadcast is not calling them Turkey. The American broadcast, they're calling them Turkey, and that's fine.
Because that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah.
When
But-
you're speaking Turkish.
Yes, but we don't speak Turkish. We speak English. Like,
Right.
like the French don't call us the United States of America. They call us what? Like you say,
English.
Tatsuni, I think.
Exactly.
That's how they say it.
Like I thought it was okay to say the name of the country in
It
the
is.
language you speak, but like the Ivory Coast is not the Ivory Coast. It's and then
Right.
like Turkey is not Turkey. It's Turkey, and like the same thing. What's that other one that we were just watching this morning? The tiny
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde. I thought that was Cape Verde.
So they say it both ways. So,
Are you saying that because you don't want to feel like an idiot?
So I was calling it Cape Verde.
Okay.
But then they started calling it Cape Verde.
Yeah,
So I think it's
okay.
Cape Verde has how they say it.
Okay.
But I don't know what language they speak. It's off the coast of Africa.
I bet you they speak French.
A lot
No,
of
we
those
looked, didn't we?
countries do.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, the French, they colonized a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like we speak English because we were an English colony.
Right.
But the way that it's spelled, it's got to be French.
All right.
Like the Ivory Coast.
Sounds
I think-
Italian.
doesn't-
Portuguese
Oh.
is the official language of Cape Verde.
See, there you go.
Yeah, Portuguese.
More stupid stuff.
Portugal. Spain's ugly cousin.
I was going to say, I can't even, if you showed me a map of Europe right now
Yeah.
and said, point to Portugal, I could not do it.
Well, it hangs on Spain.
Okay.
It almost looks like a penis attached to Spain.
Is it attached to Spain?
Yeah. So it's like on Atlantic
Oh,
side.
I didn't know that. Like, I'm a 40-year-old man who has.
You know Spain, all right?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right.
I think.
It's right there.
But here's the other thing.
And then Africa's like right below it.
No, I know where Africa is. I could point to the continent of Africa.
Okay.
I'm not that stupid. But like, if you showed me a map of Europe,
Yeah.
right, and just drew out the countries without having the names on it, I could show you England.
Well, that's number one.
I could show you France.
I hope you could see Ireland, you Irishman.
And I could see Ireland. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure I could identify another
Well, because it
country.
starts getting all bunchy when you get around
Bunchy?
Germany
Is that
and
what it is?
Poland.
Oh, bunchy?
I will say because of what's happening, I got a little bit better grasp of it because of the situation like that's going on in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, with Ukraine and Russia.
Right,
and
yeah.
everything.
So I know a little bit more now.
Okay, so you're telling me
Yeah.
if I showed you a map of Eastern Europe with the names taken off the countries, you could identify 4 of them.
I think I could nail 3.
2.
Well, is Poland one of them?
We'll count Poland.
I got Poland.
Okay.
And I've got Ukraine.
Okay.
And I got Russia.
Well, yeah, Russia's
Yeah,
the
that's-
easy one.
Yeah.
I got the largest country via
I got a big old
landmass.
Russia.
I got a big old Russia
Russia.
touching that Ukraine.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Okay.
Like, there's like a lot of little ones that broke off from the Soviet Union that I forgot, like, that country.
Yeah. And then even weirder, like the names keep changing. Like I thought.
Yeah, I mean, like they in recent history too,
Yes.
like not that long ago.
Because like Kim, we grew up in a weird time in elementary school where the Berlin Wall had fell,
Yeah.
and every couple of months new countries would establish themselves and they'd have new names.
Well, things were like splintering off.
And that's fine. Like, God bless you. Awesome. It's a time in history. But I thought, like, when we hit 95, that was over. But even now, like, the Czech Republic is no longer the Czech Republic. It's Czechnia,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? And they refer.
Czechia?
Yeah, Czechia.
I mean, it's spelled like Czechia. I thought I don't know.
Well, what's a
maybe you
Chechen?
could say it both ways.
Is that Chechnya?
I thought that was two
Czechia?
different cats.
I don't know.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
Czechia.
Chechnya is a different country.
Then
I
there's
think.
Georgia, and then we got a Georgia.
Yeah. Which one's on my mind?
Our Georgia. We got a big old Georgia.
We got a big old Georgia, but ours isn't touching Russia. Does the other Georgia touch Russia?
I don't know, but they ain't got no Atlanta, and they don't have the Braves.
No, there's an Atlanta in the country of Georgia.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
No, I'm serious.
Really?
You didn't. That's where this Atlanta comes from.
I did not know that.
God damn it. Like, here's the other thing, too.
What?
Like, all right, so this round of 32, July 1st, 8 p.m., so it's win or go home now from this point on for Team USA Soccer, right? I don't even know. I don't know the colors of the Bosnian national team. I don't know what the flag looks like. And I don't know what a Bosnian person looks like. I don't know if they're tan. I don't know if they're pale. I don't know if they're tall
pale.
or short.
Yeah.
I'm going to say they're pale.
I'm going off of like one teacher I had that was Bosnian.
Wait, you had
she
a
was like-
teacher?
You had a
So-
Bosnian
Bosnian-
teacher, bro?
Yeah,
They charge extra for that?
I remember in high school we had like a student teacher and she was Bosnian. She was very tall,
Good
dark
looking.
hair, pale skin.
Oh, okay. But, like, you talk about, like, I think they're pale. You're just basing that on Europe. There are tan Russians. Like, when you get in that part of the world,
You're getting up tan Russian. They ain't got no sun.
they got tan Russians, bro. When you get to, like, southern parts of Russia.
How far south Russia you going?
On
Were you
the-
hitting the sun?
Well, border, like, the Asian part. Because, like, Asian
Border
parts.
in the Asian
Border
part?
in the Asian parts. Yes, I'm telling you, man. I've seen tan Russians before. Unless they're just sitting in
I think
tanning
those are
posts.
rich. I think those are rich Russians that have yachts.
You actually might be right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going based on hockey players.
Yeah, those guys are millionaires with tanning
Well,
beds.
I don't know if they came over tan.
Millionaires with tanning.
I don't know if they came tan or they got tan when they got here. See, this is how little
They probably
I know.
vacationed in Cuba in the 60s.
Okay, all right. Well, look, as we're talking about
Yeah.
countries, we know about our country.
Well, yeah.
And it's an important year for our country. 250th anniversary.
Big party coming up, man. Big
Yep.
state fair.
About a week. That's happening now.
I know.
The actual birthday is about a week away.
Yeah.
And
What a blowout.
there are going to be tens of thousands of products that you can buy to celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Okay.
I would like to share one of those with you
All right.
today. And
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
it's actually not,
Oh.
considering what you're getting, because I would like to issue a warning to everybody listening.
What's that?
They're going to try and sell you America things for our birthday.
Yeah.
Based on how they're going to skyrocket in value. And listen to us right now. Nothing you buy for the 250th anniversary of America will be worth any more than you paid for it today.
Well, you got to hold on to it.
No, you don't. And proof of how ridiculous it's gotten,
Yeah.
we will share with you next
Right.
here at the Break Room on CMF. It's going to be a hell of a party.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And not just the official one. Every town, city, community across America is going to be doing something over the next 2 weeks to celebrate this massive anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get swept up in waves of, different kinds of
patriotism.
That being one of them, right? And this is a warning. It's a warning right now. There are going to be people that are going to use this to separate you from your money.
Yeah.
Not to go to events or buy tickets or anything like that, but buy something you can hold on to.
Oh, yeah.
Because this only happens once.
Yeah.
Right? And eventually these things are going to be worth a whole bunch of money.
Well, you hand it down to the grandchildren.
Yeah, right? Whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
You're hanging out at the break. We're Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF. We will jump right into it. Maybe you have seen products being sold to celebrate America's 250th birthday. I would like to introduce you to one that I stumbled across earlier this week.
Oh, what'd you say?
They are called Freedom Flakes.
Freedom Flakes?
Freedom Flakes. And I
much like Flutie Flakes, but with more freedom.
But with freedom, yes. Everyone knows Flutie Flakes are communist propaganda. I want to say up front, what I am about to describe to you is 100% real. And right now, if you want to, you can Google Freedom Flakes.
But there's a taste of freedom in every scoop.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Freedom Flakes are a breakfast cereal that look to be a knockoff of Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
But we've been bothered for years by the lack of patriotism that Tony the Tiger has shown.
Yeah.
Where does he come down on certain political issues?
I hear he's from an area over there we're not too friendly with.
The box for Freedom Flakes is absolutely insane. It is a tribute to the history of the American military.
Okay.
It's got a picture of a colonial soldier on one side.
Right.
It is a picture of a modern soldier in the corner. In the bottom corner, it's got soldiers from World War II. On the other corner, it's got soldiers raising the flag at Iwo Jima.
Oh.
The middle of the box has a bald eagle over an American flag. It is the most patriotic breakfast cereal
you ain't kidding.
you're ever going to find. It kicks the crap out of that goddamn socialist leprechaun trying to sell you marshmallows. And here's the best part.
What's that?
You can't buy Freedom Flakes at the grocery store.
Where do I get them?
Oh, it's only available at freedomflakescereal.com.
How much is that?
Well,
what's shipping?
Let's say
shipping gonna get you?
Let's say you want to buy one box of Freedom Flakes. Too bad you can't. You can't just buy one. The lowest amount of Freedom Flakes you could buy is 2 boxes.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's good.
I thought you were
Then
gonna
you
say,
stock
like,
up a little.
pallet of them.
No, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
2 boxes of Freedom Flakes
Yeah.
will run you $27.99 before shipping.
Damn.
So you're looking at over $30 for 2 boxes of cereal?
$14 per box of cereal. Although, it clearly states in the description it is a collector's box.
Don't eat it.
Oh.
Well, no, you can do
Don't
what you
open
want.
it.
You do whatever you want, but it's letting you know that this patriotic cereal is a collector's edition. But let's say you are so taken by Freedom Flakes, right? Your patriotism has been kicked up to 11 that 2 boxes of Freedom Flakes is not enough America cereal for you.
Stock up. You want to invest.
That's right. You can buy a case of Freedom Flakes.
How much?
A case of 12 boxes of Freedom Flakes goes for $159.99 before shipping.
God damn.
100.
Is that tax on that too?
There's probably going to be tax on top of that.
Yeah.
It is America. If
Pay
freedom
the
only
tax.
goes so far,
You
Tommy.
got to pay your freedom tax.
So essentially, it's being sold as a collector's item.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Now, I want to be clear. It does say on the box
What does that?
that a portion of the proceeds of Freedom Flakes goes to Fields of Honor, which is a charity that gives educational scholarships to the children and spouses of disabled and fallen military service members. And that is a very noble cause, legitimate, no sarcasm there. That being said, it does not say what portion of the proceeds
How much?
of Freedom Flakes.
Yeah.
Because I would guess if it was a significant portion, they would put that on the box.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing we've learned from other products like this, when they don't tell you how much they are giving to the charity, there may be a reason why they're not telling you. So how many boxes of Freedom Flakes would you like me to grab while I'm on
Let
the
me, when I get home, I'll discuss it with the missus.
Okay. So I saw this on Instagram the other day. It showed up in my feed. And I have been trying to figure out what I would think if, let's say, I spent the night at a buddy's house.
Yeah.
And I opened up the pantry, and their breakfast cereal was a big collector's box of Freedom Flakes.
Okay.
Because
That's a patriot right there.
Well, okay, fair enough. Off the bat,
Yeah.
I would argue that's a pretty heavy subject over breakfast
Yeah.
the history of America.
But who doesn't want to sit down to some freedom?
But, like, even the box, it's like, let's just say the cereal's good. It's like, some of the scariest parts of the history of our country is staring me in the face at 7:23 in the morning.
Yeah, what kind of games does it have on the back?
No games. More patriotism. It's just more patriotic pictures.
But think about it.
So
You
it's
get
like
up in the morning.
Patriotic
And-
crossword puzzle.
You pour your patriotic cereal
Sure.
into your cereal bowl that was made in China, and your spoon that was probably made in Cambodia. And you enjoy that cereal.
Here's what I don't get about any specialty cereal, whether it's Freedom Flakes, whether it's for, like sometimes they'll do it for like an athlete or things like that.
Yeah.
Why is it always like the worst cereals?
Well, because you don't spend the money on the actual cereal.
Yeah,
You
I
spend the
guess.
money on the packaging.
Well, like if I wanted it for the cereal, it's always like the crappiest type. Like flakes are the most boring type of cereal.
Yeah, but a lot of those good cereals have been taken up by other military people.
For example.
Captain Crunch.
By the way,
I would eat Captain Crunch in any form.
We don't know Army Horatio Crunch has been sorry. By the way, that's his real name.
Is it
Horatio Crunch.
I think it's Magellan Horatio Crunch. Can you Google that for me? I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
Because I learned that.
One of our
fact.
great explorers.
Second, if I were to go to a buddy's house and open up their pantry and they had a box of Freedom Flakes for breakfast.
Yeah.
Would you have Freedom Flakes follow-up questions? Like, for example, why did you buy these Freedom Flakes?
But you know what you're going to hear.
What's that?
You got to support the troops.
Okay, but
you are. But I just don't know what portion of the troops I'm supporting with my freedom.
Exactly, because look, I am with you, man. Like, you should be giving to these charities for families and troops that need help and all these things, right? You just could give them the money.
Yeah, there's other organizations.
You don't need to bring cereal into this. You know what I mean? All right, Kimmy, what's Captain Crunch's name?
I just want to point out people have done their research on Captain Crunch because technically, based on naval enthusiasts have pointed out that he's technically a commander rather than a true captain.
Yep.
But his name is, you nailed it, Horatio Magellan Crunch.
Thank you very much.
That is a weird fact to remember.
Because he went to war college with Churchill.
What did that sound like when he was yelling at Captain Crunch when he was talking in class that one time?
Never before have I heard such a loud mouth from one serial character. Pass me under the bowl of that cereal and pull some brandy in it.
He just fun fact, he was also born on Crunch Island and commands a ship named the SF Guppy.
Which I think got shot at.
backstory.
I think the Germans tried to sink it in World War II.
Well, they ended up recovering because I think the U.S., if they beat Bosnia on July 1st, they end up playing Crunch Island. Look, as we talk about Freedom Flakes, it is a cereal that has been released to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America. The box is just covered in pictures of American soldiers and bald eagles.
So it's like a history of the country.
Again, 2 boxes. 2 is the minimum you can buy. You can't buy it at the grocery store. You have to buy it from the website. 2 boxes of Freedom Flakes cost $27.99. There are some foods that lend themselves better to patriotism.
Well, you think about standard American food for the holiday.
Thank you. Yeah. Like cookouts on Memorial Day, 4th of July. There are plenty of burgers and dogs and chips and dip that will use patriotism to sell
the
stuff.
stars and stripes.
But that makes sense.
No, it does. And although they're using patriotism and honor as a marketing gimmick, which is gross, I would argue, I get the argument that if you're sitting out on the 4th of July or on Memorial Day, that maybe when you see a Lay's potato chip bag that's in red, white, and blue, it would make you stop for a second and appreciate the reason that you have this day with your friends and family. I don't really get that with a breakfast cereal.
Yeah, true.
Right? Like a meal at that time of day does not need this kind of intensity. It doesn't. But here's the thing.
What's that?
What really bothers me about Freedom Flakes, and the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Past the patriotism for profit, past the vague promises of helping out a veterans charity, is the collector's aspect of the Freedom Flakes.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't call it a collector's box without trying to trick people into thinking this box of cereal is going to skyrocket.
Because that's why they want you to buy 2. You eat one, you save the other.
Oh, no, it's why they give you the option to buy 12.
Okay, sure.
Because there's going to be some poor sap that is going to spend $159 on a box of cereal thinking they're sitting on a gold mine. When in reality, you just spent 3 times the amount you should have on subpar breakfast cereal. And so many places are going to do this over the next 2
you're
going to
see
weeks.
Freedom coins and mugs and, everything.
Right? I'm telling you right now, like the amount of collectible coins that are actually real currency in other countries, right? Like,
that are worthless.
Yes, they will not go up in value. Do not. I'm begging you people, do not spend money on things that you don't actually want for America's birthday, thinking that it's going to end up being worth more money, because you've had a personal experience with this.
So my mother bought, when I was a little kid, she bought the Apollo 11 moon landing coins for me. And I held them forever.
Yeah.
And then I found out they were worth, the original coin was worth $5.
Okay.
And when I could have cashed it in about 10 years ago for $5. If I was at the island where they were minted.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
in
specific.
someplace out in the Pacific somewhere.
Nothing says patriotism like legal currency for another country.
But I held on to $5.
Hey, you got that going for you.
I think the funniest part is too, because the longer you hold on to it, the more birthdays America's going to celebrate.
That's a good point.
So, like in 50 years,
Yeah.
we'll be focused on the 300th birthday.
Like, I'm curious.
And I don't
You're
know.
right.
Will anybody care about the 250th once you get to 300? Or maybe they want the 200th. I don't know.
Well, what about your great-great-great-grandchild? When we celebrate 500 years as a country, he gets to cash in on that rancid cereal that's full of mites in the basement.
Bro, it'll be full of bugs we can't even comprehend.
Yeah, it'll be new bugs.
I don't even know how you'd store something like that for that long.
I don't know. Ask the people that still have Flutie Flakes in their
Yeah.
basement that thought those were going to be worth $1 bajillion.
True.
I don't know. Like, you bring up the idea of, moving on to another birthday. The bicentennial was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
In
76.
In 1976. I wonder if there are collectibles that actually did go up in value.
Could
like,
be.
Because they had all that stuff, the coins
Yeah.
and all that
But
stuff.
that's when it wasn't as mass-produced. Right?
No, I disagree. Because if you go to any flea market.
Really?
You see it?
Okay.
Yeah, you will see this stuff all over the place. Coins, ashtrays, glasses, things like that.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anything that's priced above like $1.
Yeah.
Right?
It's junk.
Exactly. So, like, look, this is more of a public service announcement than it is crapping on Freedom Flakes. Don't let these marketing gimmicks take advantage of you. Please, whatever you buy is going to be worth what you paid for it in that moment, and it's going to go down. And if you like it and you want to wear it or you want to have it because it makes you feel
You just
good,
like it.
God bless you. But
All right.
don't buy it thinking that you've done something. And then when it comes to the charity aspect of this, like, if you really, really, really wanted to get breakfast and support this charity,
Yeah.
right now, the biggest box of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes at Walmart costs $6.49.
Wait, the biggest one they got?
The
That's got to
biggest
be a
one.
Whopper.
That is half the price of a single box of Freedom Flakes. In theory, you could buy the Frosted Flakes and donate $6 a week, every week, to the Fields of Honor Foundation.
Yeah.
And you would still save $1
Yeah.
on Freedom Flakes. And I promise you, I don't know this for sure, I am fairly confident that half of the money that the Freedom Flakes are taking in is not going to this, family of military members charity.
But I don't get that cool box.
But you get a communist tiger.
Okay, all right.
Got that going
Is he a
for you.
commie?
I don't know. Like, is there a country that has tigers that we haven't had problems with in the past?
Probably not, because Vietnam has tigers.
Yeah, yeah.
Based on the movie.
Yeah.
Never
Like,
get off
I just
the boat,
want to
man.
point out, though,
Stay on the boat.
looking up Captain Crunch's information, Tony the Tiger's information.
Oh,
also
what do we
came
got
up.
for Tony?
Fun fact, he was not always alone. He had other animal friends that he beat out to be on the box.
Well, he ate them. He ate his competition.
He had-
It was much like Joseph Stalin with the tiger.
He,
He just destroyed his competition.
Well, no,
in, the
Rose to the top of the cereal game.
in the 1950s, he competed against a kangaroo, an elephant, and what's a gnu? A gnu?
A newt?
a newt?
No, GNU. What is that?
I have no idea what that is.
But that's what, to become the permanent face of
Wow.
Frosted Flakes.
It does give the impression that he killed all those other
He clawed his way to the top, baby.
Did they let, like, people who bought the cereal decide who was going to be the
Well, we had a
animal?
I think there was a big vote after the Kennedy-Nixon debates. In the early 60s, we all voted on the cereals.
Well, you know what I heard?
Yeah.
The folks that watched the debate
Yeah.
thought Tony the Tiger did well. The folks that listened on the radio voted for the kangaroo.
Oh, really? Because he looked, because he started sweating on camera.
Let's take a break. This is a complicated situation.
Whatever.
Right? Well, here's the thing. Like, it's not a good scenario that someone was arrested for doing this. It's good that they were taken off the road
All
in the
right.
spot that they were. But we talk about having to take the keys away from your aging parent, aging
that's a
grandparent,
thing.
and how difficult it could be. And having them put in this spot is bad, but it would make this impossible task easier. We'll get into it next here in the break room. I'll see you back. trying to hide the zucchini in your
Well,
mouth.
I'm trying to get it down.
You're like a squirrel that stole from another squirrel's like stash of
I'm
nuts.
trying to choke down zucchini. It's hard.
This is a terrible, terrible way
All right.
for some kids and grandkids to get exactly what they would need, not only for their own peace of mind, but for the safety of the rest of the community.
What happened?
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, and we'll start with a story that went down last weekend in the city of Rochester. It started when police say a driver hit a marked Rochester Police Department technical SUV from behind while it was stopped at a red light near Brooks Avenue.
So it rear-ended a cop car.
A
basically.
Dodge Ram rear-ended a cop car,
Right.
yes. So that's really bad. What makes it worse is right after it hit the cop car, according to police, the Dodge Ram fled the scene.
No.
Yes. So now police are looking for this truck.
Yeah.
Later, a canine police officer spotted the truck, which had been involved in another crash.
So 2 crashes.
You got it. This time it hit a light pole on Elmwood Ave near Genesee. The driver, a 63-year-old man from Chilai, was arrested.
All right.
They were charged with leaving the scene of an injury accident, amongst other things, and police say there is an investigation that is currently ongoing. I'll start this way. Kimmy, what is the best-case scenario when it would come to the reason for these crashes?
Like medical incident.
Okay.
Or
At
like
that
something.
age?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
something happened where you weren't quite in your normal right mind.
Okay, so you're saying like they lost their mind.
Yeah, like a medication mix-up,
Okay.
something along those lines.
But that would still be a DUI.
Uh,
You're under the influence of a
Yeah,
medication.
you
sure,
are,
but I
yeah.
guess it wasn't intentional.
But I don't think it
potentially.
may, man. Ignorance is no. How do they say
I don't
that?
know.
Ignorance makes you ignorant.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. All right. There is nothing in this story as of now
Yeah.
that says the suspect was under the influence or drunk or anything. However, it does say the investigation is ongoing. And 63, it's not old, but
It is in this room.
I guess not when they're sitting next to you, that's not.
Ooh.
I would argue 63 is an age where you could start to get a little dicey behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Leaving the scene of the first accident is suspicious.
Especially when you rammed a cop car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and look, you could make the argument that this person panicked and they took off,
All
and
right.
that was the only thing going on. But then getting in the second
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
What scenario, if you were trying to get the keys away from an aging parent or grandparent,
Yeah.
would it be the easiest to get the keys from them?
Oh,
If-
like to tell them you caused this, you're done.
Well, like you did this.
Yeah.
Which one of these 2 scenarios?
Let me put it this way.
Because this is an age where it would be very hard to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What could they have been doing where you could, the easiest go, I need your keys now, this is ridiculous. Like, if they were drunk, could you get their keys with less fuss after these accidents?
Well, drinking isn't really an age thing.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
understand.
That's more of a booze thing.
I get it, but that's what the argument I'm
Well,
making.
booze, booze would be the number one. You can't do this if you got an alcohol problem.
All right, here's what I'm saying.
Right.
An accident that happens just because someone is old makes things complicated.
Yeah.
Because they're going to argue it was a simple mistake. They're going to argue it was the other person's fault. They're going to argue people of all ages get in accidents all the time, and they're going to be just fine to drive. There is going to be a fight, and it's not like the law makes it easy to get those keys
Okay.
away from them.
Yeah.
You don't want to find out a family member was drinking and driving.
True.
But
All right.
the law does do more to ensure they don't get behind the wheel again.
Well, it gives you more leverage
Yeah.
for sure.
if they were drinking and
Yeah.
driving. And even if the law doesn't take their license away, you have something to point out and say you did this wrong.
Right.
No one is going to cheer for an elderly DWI.
And there's so much shame to drinking and driving nowadays.
Agreed, especially at that age,
Yes,
right?
You know better.
But like if they got caught doing it, it does kind of make things less uncomfortable trying to get the keys
Yeah.
out of their hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Should you hope that your parent or grandparent that can't drive anymore gets popped for DWI?
Well,
is that a
if-
terrible thing to say?
Well, to your
No.
point, if as long as nobody gets hurt, it may be the easiest way to be like, okay, you're done, cutting it off.
But then somebody had to get hurt
You
for that
did
to
this
happen.
yourself. Yeah.
Somebody had to get hurt
Yeah.
for this to happen. Like, I mean, this scenario is the best scenario if, like, someone was
Yeah.
drinking, which, again, there's nothing in the story
Right.
that says they were. Like, they were accidents where nobody got hurt.
Well, and it's especially easy if the car's totaled, because unless they're coming up with a new vehicle for themselves.
Well, they got a 401k and a pension and Social Security.
Oh yeah, they're set.
They'll be fine. Like, I mean, like, how does that conversation go? Because, like, what could somebody say back to you at 60, 70, 80 years old if they got arrested for a DWI?
What the old coot would say?
Yes, like, what is their argument for still being able to drive?
I
Because
think
not
they'll
only
still try to make one.
okay, but it's not as good. Because, like, the arguments when you're old and getting in an accident of, it was the other person's fault or people get in accidents all the time, technically they're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's harder to argue against. You get a DWI.
But what if it's the first one?
Yeah?
Generally speaking, people that get DWIs that late probably got some priors.
Not necessarily.
You don't jump into the drinking and driving game at 63, man. You've been doing this your whole life.
Well,
I
it
mean,
could be the first
generally
time they
speaking.
got caught doing it.
Right, but you knew about it.
Well, the body also changes how it processes alcohol as it gets older.
It does.
This
It
may
does.
be alcohol you were able to handle, and now you can't handle it.
Okay, all right.
This person asked me not to use their name. Duffy on WCMF. Easiest way to get us. But they say, I reported my grandma to the DMV. They sent her a letter saying she had to take a driver's test again, and she failed. She never got her license
Wait,
again.
she turned in her grandmother?
I didn't know there was an option.
What a jerk.
What do you mean? She just may have she failed her driver's test.
What a narc.
She failed her driver's test.
She failed her driver's test.
Okay, now you know that
You're
he's
a
wrong.
narc. You turned in Granny?
Yeah, what's the problem?
That's terrible.
If you're worried for their safety or the safety of people
What a
around
little
them.
narc.
So, hey, person who wrote me this,
Yeah.
who would you have to write to get that letter sent to
Well,
somebody?
just shut up.
Well, why don't you shut up?
Well,
Would
here's-
you shut up?
I
Okay,
mean-
now you're getting a letter.
You kind of lucked out because your siblings, your brother,
Yeah.
your brothers, or just
Yeah.
brother,
Two brothers.
had to handle your parents in these situations.
No, actually, my one brother. Yes. My other
So
brother
you were
died.
kind of off the hook. Like, did he confirm this with you, or did he just go do? Like, did he just take care of it, or was this like a sibling discussion?
So, my father's legs didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
They atrophied. And my mother had dementia. So when they would go out to, like, the Elks Lodge to drink,
But they were still going out,
He would
despite
have
that information.
he would have my mother drive,
Okay.
even though she doesn't know what she's doing because she has dementia. And he would tell her what to do. So he was like the navigator. It was like a submarine. It was like they were driving a Trident submarine around where he is telling her to go left, go right, stop here to get her home. Because he realized he had a nice
Designated driver.
yeah, with no mind. So when we found that out, that's when my brother said, "Hey, man, you can't do this."
Okay, but again, it's easier with your mother because she's going through dementia at that
Yeah.
point.
Right, but he was still trying to work out ways to get around to get booze, man.
well,
And don't forget, he also stole a motorized vehicle from Publix, the grocery store, and in the strip mall, and took it over to a
not
bar.
a motorized vehicle, a cart. He stole
Yeah.
a motorized cart.
And then he drove it out onto North Lake Boulevard, which was like Jefferson Road where they live, because he lost control of it.
Wait, he lost control of it while driving.
So, yes. And then he went into traffic, and I don't know how he did not. He did not stop till he got across the other side. He did not get hit by anything. Can you imagine doing that on Jefferson Road in the middle of the day?
Nope.
No.
I mean, he had such a horseshoe up his keister,
Yeah,
man.
no kidding, man. Except for the final son he produced. 252 WCMF. Again, we're talking about the 63-year-old man from Chile. They were arrested last weekend after a series of accidents, one including hitting the back of a cop car at a red light. Now, they've been charged with a bunch of stuff. The investigation is ongoing. There is nothing in the story that says that they have been drinking or under the influence of anything. But we're talking about the easiest way to get the keys away from an aging parent or grandparent. And, I mean...
Outside of really horrific accidents, obviously,
Yes.
it's a dicey roll.
But I would argue
Because they don't have to give them up.
But I would argue that the DWI makes it easier.
Well, that's a dunk.
Ah.
Because have you ever been in a car with like an aging person?
Yes.
And you're looking around you, and though they're not getting into any accidents, everybody else on the road is dodging them. Like they've avoided
That's
getting
Florida.
themselves into any trouble because everybody else
Yeah.
on the road is aware of them. And that's the tough part because you see the driving skills declining, but because nothing bad has ever happened, you can't. It's tough to say anything. It's tough to make an argument.
Sure.
Plus, we run the country. So what are you going to do?
Well, here's what we can do. 'cause
AARP, baby. The Gray Panthers.
Here's what you can do because that woman who said,
the narc.
I've already said too much. We'll back it out. We've been seeing more elderly DWI stories the last couple of months.
Well, yeah, because we're going longer. We like to party, man. We earned it.
So, no, you didn't. When does the elderly DWI start to go away? Because I would argue, Tommy, we see a lot of older folk get DWIs because when you were growing up, DWIs were not a big deal.
You had to be so drunk.
Right? You would be sent home driving your car.
They would follow you to the county line, legit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's insane for some of our younger listeners to
Yeah.
hear, but it wasn't until the 1980s that we got really hard in this country with drunk driving
Thank
penalties.
you, Nancy Reagan.
So does that mean folks in their late 50s are the last Americans who drove with those rules? Because we always say old habits die hard.
Yeah, like
And
your daughters, it's going to be a completely different ballgame.
me, it's a complete
Yeah.
the idea of drunk driving at my age seems absolutely
Oh,
insane.
It
You
does
now?
seem
Yeah.
insane. However, does your mentality change on that as you get older? Because we were afraid to drunk drive. You were afraid because they showed you all the car accidents and stuff, but
Sure.
I think you were more afraid, especially as a younger person, of getting in trouble than you were of causing an accident.
Okay, when I was younger, yes.
Yeah.
Now
But the
it's
stakes
gone.
are so high, man, now.
So I wonder, like if you get older, you're not. You may still be afraid of getting into an accident, but you're less afraid of the consequences.
No, I'm actually
No.
more. Go ahead.
Because if you...
No, I'm saying you should be. You should be. But does like your mind warp in a way where like you're like, well, I don't have as much to lose.
It depends, because like if you've gotten a DWI, you know what it costs.
Yeah.
And I've had 2.
But that's because you had the experience.
Right. And they cost me $10,000 legit each. So I paid $20,000 for a couple of glasses of scotch. So I know the consequence.
Sure.
And so to your point,
Yeah.
yeah. But maybe if I didn't,
I think
I
old
don't know.
guys. I think old guys, and the older you get, you think you can talk your way out of anything.
I also know a lot of people my age that drive open container,
Which, again, wasn't really that big a deal back
have
then.
roadies, like still to this day. And I'm shocked.
Yeah.
But again, they grew up with that.
That was my generation, man.
Look, Kimmy, I get what you're saying, and you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, you think,
Right?
they only give those out at night.
But like past the ethical argument, I mean, you can't tell me that these people at this age aren't aware of what the punishments
Yeah.
would be. Right? So I guess what I'm saying is like they know it's bad and they know it's dangerous, but because they grew up in a time.
And they also don't think it's going to happen to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this my whole life. When I was a kid, it wasn't that
Yeah.
big a deal. What's the big deal?
They don't lock up old people.
I mean, I would hope, Kimmy, that 20 years from now, the idea of the elderly DWI has disappeared completely because we will have grown up with these rules our entire lives.
Well, have grown up with those rules. We also, with the way technology's progressed, I wonder if like Uber becomes a much more, or some type of Uber becomes much more common for older people. Because now I
Oh,
can
yeah.
just call for a ride
The
whenever I
gray
want.
Uber.
Well, no, I mean, she's right. Like, you always argue you can't take my keys away, but it's easier than ever to get around. Like, you
Oh, it
could.
is.
If as Baron von Butt suggests, we
What's
start
that?
a writing campaign to the DMV to get your license taken away. If that were to happen,
What the hell did I do?
nothing. No, you were running your mouth a second ago. Now you could run your way to work. But, like, if you had to get places, you could use Ubers and the old
It'd
people.
be so
bus.
expensive.
Oh, no, we should expensive.
I mean, it cuts
But I
into my
do
Social
wonder-
Security.
But I do wonder if that-
Oh, enjoy it. I'm not going to get it. Good luck, bitch.
If that technology evolves with our generation to make it more convenient, easier, maybe cheaper for older people to use something along those lines.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, we're going to have
Because
to.
there will be a need for it.
You're right. As this keeps going forward and we live longer, we're going to have to come up with a way to get old folks who can't drive.
You're going to
around.
get these self-driving cars and everything else going on. You'll be fine.
Yeah, man. If there's one thing I trust, it's you programming a self-driving car to
They
take you
program
somewhere.
themselves.
Go.
That's all you say. Go home.
I said go. All right, let's take a break.
All right.
You cannot argue this woman should not be punished if she's guilty of what she's accused
All
of.
right.
Right? It's wrong. But there are those stories where even though you know it's wrong and it's dangerous and it's scary, you kind of get it.
All
You
right.
kind of get it.
Okay.
We'll tell you the story next here at the break room. Let's see about. nobody's saying what this woman did was right.
Okay.
Right? And if she is guilty of what she's accused, she should face all of the punishment possible. That being said, sometimes, even though someone did something wrong and bad and scary, we kind of get it.
All right.
All right. You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. We'll jump right into it. A 30-year-old woman was arrested back on June 18th after an incident at a Taco Bell.
Man, nothing good is going to come out of this.
No, everything good comes at a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad experience at a Taco Bell.
It sounds like somebody did.
So according to restaurant workers who talked to police officers,
wow.
This 30-year-old woman became angry about her wait time for her order. And as time went on, she started getting angrier and angrier. At one point, she told the staff members to meet her in the parking lot.
She's going to take on the whole staff?
She was ready to fight people in the parking lot. Believe it or not, the staff did not take her up on her offer. They would not meet her in the parking lot.
So she wanted to go to Taco Fist City.
That's right, she did. She became more frustrated when the staff would not leave and fight her in the parking lot, at which point she revealed she had a gun.
Okay.
And started using threatening language toward the employees. When police got there, they arrested this woman and another individual from her group who says was also involved.
Well, she was with a group.
Doubled down.
She was with more than one person.
So she had a backup person.
It sounds like she did.
And they didn't see the need to dial her back.
I guess not.
All right.
Authorities say surveillance video and personal video recorded by an employee supported their account. She was arrested. The footage shows this woman lifting her shirt to display the handgun.
Wait, like a gangster would?
And placing her hand on the firearm grip while continuing to argue with employees.
So she showed the handle of the pistol.
You got it.
Her outfit.
And put her hand on it.
You want a piece of this?
She was arrested. She had a $5,000 bond, which, by the way, she made. She's out right now.
But she had the G?
Damn.
5G.
5G,
I guess, what is it, 10%? So I think it's just $500, whatever. So she will have a court date coming up to answer for her Taco Bell threatening charge.
All right.
Now, here's the thing. Obviously, this woman is not right.
No.
And this woman should be arrested, and she should be punished to the full extent of the law if she's guilty.
Yeah.
But
If there is one crime you may understand, it's the frustration from a long wait at a fast food restaurant.
Okay.
It's okay. I can't.
We've all been there.
No, I don't want to talk to you about this, you bitch. You don't even eat food.
Who'd you get at the Fennel store?
do we know what time this happened? I'm sorry.
It looks like it was in the middle of the day.
Okay.
Lunchtime.
So I was thinking this was more like a late night thing.
No, surveillance video. It looks like it's still sunny
All right.
outside. A wait at a fast food restaurant is the ultimate.
It's
cruelty.
fast food,
No.
man. You're going to get your food.
No, but that's why it's
that's
cruel.
the expectation.
And that's why people get into this situation.
So how long is unacceptable to wait for your food?
6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Bro, it's
From
normal.
order to you're in your hand?
From the second they hand me the
Do
receipt.
you understand how fast that is to prepare food?
Bro, that's what we've become accustomed to. That's what
Because
fast
y'all
food
a bunch
is.
of goddamn impatient fatties.
Y'all a bunch of goddamn impatient
Patient fatties.
fatties.
You know I'm right.
Ladies
This
and
proves it.
gentlemen, how have you not won an award this week from the Radio Broadcasters Association? For the winner of the Y'all a Bunch of Impatient Fatty Awards, Gene Battaglia. We have been conditioned to wait 3 to 4 minutes for our food.
But that's insane.
It's
if
what
you
it
think
is.
about it.
I also think it could be what also adds to it. It is about the time you're waiting, but it's also why did that person get their food first?
Because they
You
ordered
know what
on
I
the
mean?
app.
Like when people that were behind you in line,
Oh, man, take
their order starts coming out and you've been waiting a little while. Now you're getting it's building up the anger, the impatience. It's all feeding into that explosion.
Look, I am not proud of myself here, but I will admit, when I order food at a restaurant, I know exactly who
Yep.
ordered before
you
me
do.
and after
You
me.
pay attention to that stuff.
And if somebody who ordered after me gets my food, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm not happy.
But I always think this is more of a dude thing than a woman thing. Like if you told me somebody was armed and pissed off at a Taco Bell, I don't picture a woman flashing the handle of her piece.
Yeah.
That's a dude
Look,
to me.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. but-
Irrationally angry.
Yeah.
Yes, over food. Men seem to do this more than women. to
Well,
me.
just they're aggressive, more aggressive.
and
in
they're always
general.
hungry.
Look, we're living
Like
in
women get full, men don't.
What are you talking about?
Women get full. Men don't get full.
Then what do you call?
Men eat through the pain, and in a lot of different situations, they eat through the pain. Pal, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying. I'm just
We know those guys.
252 WCMF. A 30-year-old woman has been arrested after police say having to wait too long at a Taco Bell made her angry enough where she asked the employees of the Taco Bell to meet her outside so they could fight, started using threatening language, then displayed a gun in her waistband while putting her hand on the gun while continuing to use threatening language. There was surveillance video and video from someone at the Taco Bell who was working. By the way, balls on that guy.
Yeah.
She shows a gun to you, and you got your cell phone camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a little scary.
But look, and again, what she did was wrong. She should be punished.
Absolutely.
And there's no situation in which this is right, but I get it. I kind of get it. Look, when you're waiting an extra amount of time in a fast food restaurant, you can smell everything. You see other people eating the food they already have.
Yeah,
Every
that's true.
minute that passes feels like an effing eternity. And look, I get that those jobs are not fun and they don't pay anything.
They're the worst.
And I do not blame anybody for not giving 110% working behind the counter of a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
But if there's a bunch of people jackassing back there, and I don't know my
jackassing,
Or they don't look like they're doing much.
Yeah.
Who sounds old now?
You're grab ass at jackassing. You're looking around, walking around.
You're not tacoing.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, I have determined after this story.
Yeah.
If I am ever going to melt down in public, it will be in a situation like this.
Over food.
Yes, it will. 100. If it's going to happen, it's going to be here. And I ask all of you listening,
What's that?
look inside yourselves and ask yourself this question. If I lose it, where will it be? Because I bet 87% of you would answer waiting for my food in a fast food restaurant.
Where we have the least amount of patience?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, and even if it's not, like, I think almost every time I've gone somewhere that has some type of counter service, especially the places that aren't necessarily fast food, but you might be waiting a little while, I always see at least one person pacing, ready to complain.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go. Like the last one I was at, there was a woman who you could see the food coming out, and it was kind of behind the counter. She would go up to the kid at the register every time and ask, "Is that my food back there?
Oh, God.
Is that my
How
food back there?" Every time.
The worst
and he's like,
guy-
"I will let you know when it's your order
Was she
coming
told
out."
her?
Well, eventually they were like, "Hey, lady, like we'll call your name when it's ready."
I always hate the revolutionary in line that's trying to, like, create, like, a team. They'll look, can you believe, they'll turn to look at, can you believe how long they're taking? Unbelievable.
Are you talking about the Taco Bell Shay?
Yeah. They'll try to, like, get you to agree with them, like, we're going to overthrow the Taco Bell.
But if that guy's there, you're probably not going to flip out because now you're trying not to be that guy.
Right, but now he's trying to engage you into his anger.
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. As much as I'm here saying I will lose it one day, when I start, because you're right, you'll see that person starting to get impatient. It makes me so anxious because I don't want to be here to watch this.
Yeah.
Right? Because exactly what you just said, they're going to turn to the crowd and be like, right?
Right,
Yeah.
come on.
And I'm not going to back you, but I don't want to make you, do not bring me into this.
Anybody else working back there today?
It also makes me feel like a phony because I want to be like, no, give these guys a break. But I don't have the balls.
But I'm also kind of pissed that my food's not out.
Well,
yet.
even past that, I don't want to pick a side here. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
I'm
you don't.
clearly on the side of the people that work here. Look. I guess what we can all learn from this
What's
story
that?
is that the punishment you will face for showing a Taco Bell employee a gun for not getting your taco on time
Yeah.
is not going to, one, make that taco come any faster.
That's true. May not get no taco at all.
Well, that's just it. That's the funniest part.
You'll
She
be
didn't get-
taco-less.
I'm pretty sure she didn't get her food,
No.
right? Because I'm sure there's a policy at Taco Bell that once a customer shows you a weapon, you stop making their chalupa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think this woman was married?
I hope not.
Well, she is a mom.
I don't want to hear that story when I get home from work.
She's got a tattoo of that her children looks like drew on her arm.
Oh.
She sounds really attractive. She sounds like a real hot lady.
She looks like you in female form.
Hot taco lady. She's skinny.
Yeah.
No.
I had her chubby.
No, and she is kind of chubby, but she's got your face.
Oh, she's pretty.
No, she's got gross face.
You know where I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often?
Or-
Coffee places. Because that's when
Eh.
you're the most anxious
In the
to
morning,
get your
especially.
order.
Yeah.
And maybe you have somewhere to be. And I can't believe it is surprising that you don't hear more of these stories at any cafe or coffee spot.
No,
So
it's-
this happened to me this morning
Oh.
because I'm the first.
Was it Maddie's fault, our intern?
It
She
was
got her
Maddie's
coffee?
fault.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went and got our coffee. I do for Kimmy and I.
Yeah.
And we added another coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 4 coffees, right, and 3 different types of coffee, and it's taken a little bit. And now there's nobody in line. There's 4 people in line behind me now, and there's and I'm that guy holding up the line.
Absolutely.
Because I know when I'm waiting behind somebody that's taking too long,
Yeah.
I start to mock them in the car. Oh, I want my sandwich. Oh, I got to have a tall one.
By the way, he's doing this out loud and no one else is in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm going to pay with my phone. No, I got change. I got to dig in my change purse.
Yeah.
I was that guy, and I was feeling tense waiting for my coffee. Because I know these people behind me were mocking.
Especially at that time of the morning.
Yeah, I'm first guy in.
No, I hear you, man. I mean, with all the stresses that people are facing these days, like, thank you for sharing that to make people feel better.
Well, I felt the pressure.
No, I hear you, buddy.
Hey, pressure is different for everybody,
no,
Pat.
I mean,
everybody feels pressure.
Are you going to make the mortgage? Can you make it to Friday with the groceries you have in the fridge? Am I holding up the Starbucks line at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Well, you got to support these places. They'll go away.
Let's take a break.
Go ahead.
The reason I asked, I wonder if she was married, is we have a study in front of us about what people think about marriage. One specific part of marriage, the beginning of marriage. Because everyone has a different idea.
The newlywed situation?
Well, when marriage should start.
Oh.
Everyone has a different idea of when you should decide, at this point in your life, you should pounce into this idea.
Yeah.
But is what we think actually the right way to do it? Because you can think, and then you can have experience and realize, oh my God, I was wrong.
All right.
And we'll get into all of it next here in the break room on CM. This is one of those things where you're not sure if you did it the right way until after you do it.
Yeah, true.
Which is cruel because it's one of the biggest things you will do. It will have a massive effect on the rest of your life, whether it goes well or doesn't go well. And it's funny to hear people describe that have both been married and not married when the right time to be married is.
Yeah.
You know. You hanging out in the breaker, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF just after 9:30. It's Friday. You know what that means?
Oh, creepy time.
Yep, Creep Cap coming at you. All the disgusting things Tommy said. Also just after 9:30. Kimmy and I, when we were talking about this off mic a week ago, thought this was a joke, like it was a rumor. Like there's no way two people could get married in this place.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's actually happening.
Yeah, I mean, all the clues point to it.
How famous do you have to be to use this venue?
I don't get it.
It is pretty crazy.
Because usually you go secluded.
Yeah.
Kimmy has a theory as to why they're doing this.
Is she tying it into something else?
No. There's actually there's logic behind it.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll get into it just after 9:30 here in the break room on CMF. In front of me, I have a study from the Pew Research Institute.
What they saying?
The best age to get married.
Oh.
All right. So they asked a whole bunch of Americans when the best age to get married is. Now, Tommy, I'm going to ask you not what you think the best age to get married is. What do you think the answer was?
I'm going to say, I think an exact age.
So it's a 4-year gap.
35.
31 to 35?
That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Kimmy, you want to take a shot?
I was going to say around 30.
Okay, 30 years old. Yeah. When polled, the most amount of Americans said the best age to get married was between 25 and 29.
Man, that's young. 25, that's young.
I do find it funny. The man who's been married 3 times went 35. You, Kimmy, who's been married 1 time so far, you went 30.
30.
You were closest.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. With that being said,
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Kimmy here because she's the one with the good track record so far.
Yes.
Kimmy, what is the best age to actually get married?
I mean, I think I don't know because I know people that have got married early and have successful marriages to this point. Because I would think that every generation it moves a little further.
Well, okay, the actual age of marriage is moving further. We'll get to that in a second. What I'm asking you is what the actual age you think is the best age to get married.
I mean, I think 30, I picked 30 only because I based it off of you wanting to have kids.
Okay.
And I think at 30, like you've lived your life in your 20s. 30, like it gives you a little wiggle room maybe to enjoy marriage without kids for a year or 2 or however long. And then you still have time.
Downhill.
And then you still have time to have kids if you want to.
All right, ladies, you heard it here first. You can only have kids in marriage. Also, quit your job and stay in the kitchen and sew all your husband's pants.
What?
Nothing. All right, so you're saying 30. Tommy, what age should be the age that people get married?
I mean, the kid thing kind of, I get that.
Okay.
But in reality, I don't think most people are ready for how hard marriage is till they're 40.
40 years old.
In
Are
reality.
you talking from
now, I know
a
that's
man's
late.
point of view?
Well, that's what I got to go
Well,
with.
I'm
I ain't
asking
got a
because you're not considering
thing.
other things. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, I just think it, like, for most guys that I know, they weren't ready.
They don't mature until they're like 45.
I mean, some of it works out, but, you know, there's a lot of bumps and bruises in a marriage, man.
All right, look, no, I don't.
Yeah, but I guess you don't learn that unless you're married. So why would you be ready at 40 as opposed to 35?
Look, I'm with her. I would argue that when it comes to getting married and having kids, you are never ready for it until you're in it. Right? Like you
wouldn't have that experience. I don't know.
No, he's saying 40 because he wants to be able to go out and do whatever he wants until he's 40 years old.
He needs 20 years of that.
And past that, he says 40 because at 40, that's when things start to go south on your body, and he wants someone to take care of him. That's why he's saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's benefits, but like I would say this. Okay, then I would say, get married young, take your lumps, and then move on to another. Like have a starter marriage.
Wait, you're planning for a divorce?
Wait, so you are advocating for a practice marriage?
Not a full.
No,
on
she
marriage.
put it perfectly. That's exactly.
A full on legal marriage. Just be like you're a starter husband, and now you're a starter wife, and we'll each take our licks in many ways, and then we'll move on. You think that's a bad idea?
That's an insane idea.
That's a terrible,
maybe it works out.
Idea.
And maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't.
It's not going to work out if you're going into it thinking it's a practice marriage.
But you would understand how hard it is.
Okay.
But you don't have as much invested. Think about this: when you're 35 and 40, you're going to be into a house, and cars and mortgages and everything else that comes with it. if y'all move into an apartment and play house,
Oh my God!
you could break away clean.
I would argue if you don't have as much invested, it's doomed in the beginning because you're not going to fight hard to keep it.
Maybe not, but at least you'll learn how you'll learn how to work the lever. I would say it would almost be mandatory
to get married.
Get married
to
young.
officially sign those papers.
Bang each other up a little bit.
You could
scar
do that
each
without
other.
the marriage.
Yes, you could, but scar each other up a little bit, then you learn.
It's the dumbest idea you've ever.
Oh, I don't think so. It's so good you hate it.
I get the idea of like you want to
Yeah.
have
Think about it.
relationship experience before getting married.
Yeah, but you got to get knee deep.
But
into
I don't
that
know
thing,
why you
man.
have to have an official marriage before you get married.
Because things change when you locked in.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're not locked in, like you wouldn't be in a practice marriage. You're not actually practicing marriage. You don't have a
call it
mortgage.
that.
You don't have children.
We do the whole thing, the dress, the cake. Everybody comes over, we have a nice time.
Oh, so you also he wants gifts.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what
he
he
does.
wants.
He wants a little party. He wants a little Tommy party. It's a Tommy party.
Why turn down a gift?
252 WCMF. What age should you get married? Because here's what's funny about this study, right? The study says that most Americans think people should get married between 25 and 28 years old. However, that's not when most people are getting married.
Yeah,
now,
they're pushing it up.
For women, the first marriage in America, on average, is 28 years old. So it's in that window. But for men in America, the average age of a first marriage is 31 now.
All right.
Are you surprised by 31?
No.
Okay. It's getting older as the years go on, because as recently as 2008, for both genders, the average age of marriage was 2 years younger. That's only in a matter of 18 years. Right. 2 full years later, getting married after an 18-year difference.
But women are now having children later in life too, right?
Well, yes.
Due to technology.
Well, there's technology and the fact that
science.
They have more opportunity to do things where they want to wait to have kids.
Right. But before there was the shot clock was a little bit shorter, right?
Why don't you ask the woman in the room? Why are you asking me?
I mean,
Maddie.
Maddie is our return. 252 WCMF.
Wake up.
Is it a good thing that we are waiting longer to tie the knot?
Yes.
Your argument is yes. And look, there is logic in just that sentence, not anything you said up until that point. Because it may be the most important decision you ever make.
Oh, it is, because it'll stick with you for the rest of your life.
You're right.
It's a life sentence, man.
No matter whether the marriage works or doesn't, it will have lifelong consequences. And it is insane to me that most Americans think we have the ability to make that decision in our mid to late 20s. Because, like, you wouldn't trust a 25-year-old with most things.
No.
But you trust them to pick out the best possible partner for the rest of their lives and potentially create another human being with them that they would also have to raise to be a functioning adult. I mean, Kimmy, is it better that we're waiting longer to get married?
I think so. I just think like how different a person you are from 25 to 35.
Huge difference.
I mean, whether or not you're in a relationship, like you grow and change as a human being. So I think like you want to be like, you want to know yourself a little bit better before making that decision.
Yeah.
Self-centered. Yeah. Terrible.
No,
Foul mouth.
Yeah.
Everything was jokey joke boy.
Kimmy brings up a good point.
What's that?
Because I guess the argument is less about how old you should be. And the argument would be more, is it better to build a life with someone or combine the lives you have? Because the younger you get married, the more of an opportunity you have to build together.
Sure,
You brought up the idea of getting married at 40.
Yeah.
If you get married at 40, you have to smash together the lives that you've already
So
established.
you've never been
Two
married.
completely
before.
separate paths. Yeah.
And I would argue that is harder than building a life with somebody at 25, 26,
Okay,
27.
but the flip side of, well, it's hard for me because I got married young. I was 21.
Well, you've been married at every point in your life.
Yeah,
so-
seriously.
If anyone
Every
has
decade.
experience, it's you. You're
So-
like the Stones on their farewell tour. They're back again.
But exes haunt you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
They do. There's something you don't know.
Well, yeah, some of us have to keep working with them.
Yes, but even that one, take that one aside. Even the first, they do haunt you, and it's not a good haunt. It's not like a friendly ghost. You know what I mean?
Well, and if they're from where you live, you got it's
even
not even
worse.
just the ex; it's the family.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're not.
Former friends.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot tethered to a marriage.
Okay, I
that
get
you
it.
don't think about it till you start ripping it apart.
Look, you're absolutely right, which goes back to the point of nobody is fully prepared for this until they actually
Right.
do it no matter their age. But here's
but I don't think you're mentally prepared at 25 for what you're getting into.
but you're
I
learning.
think that there's some people that are only because this is something that they've always wanted. You know what I mean? Like they know what they want. They know who they are.
But those guys,
I don't think it's that common, but I do think that there are some people they just want to settle down and they want to start a family early, and that's part of their timeline.
But once in a while you meet a guy, and I can only use guys as an example.
Yeah, because you've never talked to a woman in your life.
Well, one of these days. They're 25, but they're 50-year-old men.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just
Right.
that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that guy's a steady Eddie, and he ain't looking around, and
Yeah.
he don't care about what's going on at the clubs and all that. I get that guy. That guy is built for marriage. But I don't think most men, especially at 25, are built for marriage yet.
Okay, but
and what it entails.
Okay, that's fine, and that's a fair statement. But going back to the idea of building a life with someone versus combining the lives you have, which you would have to do the older you are getting married, if you have to combine those lives, one person is going to have to sacrifice more than the other.
But that's marriage, man.
To ensure the group as a whole succeeds. But you're not going to walk into that understanding that idea. So, like, if you are, as you put it, getting banged up together, learning what marriage is, at least you're pulling the same rope together, building things, as opposed to ripping things off of the life that somebody already established.
So, could I say this?
You can say whatever you want. It's a free country.
We'll find out.
The fact that you're asking is making me nervous.
There's a point in a young person's life, and it's an adorable point in their life, where they're under the illusion that they think they're important.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
And that needs to wash out of you before you think you're ready for a marriage.
You need to be humbled.
Really humbled. Like to your knees, begging for mercy in life before you get married, because
I love how this just turned into a BDSM fantasy.
But you know what I'm saying?
Putting a cigarette out on your shoulder, whipping your bare ass cheeks.
Well, it might work. But you know what I'm saying? There's that point where young people think they're I'm important.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is cool and matters, and it doesn't.
No, you're right.
And that has to get knocked out of you before you think you're ready to get into a marriage, and especially have kids.
I agree with you, but I'll counterpoint again to
counterpoint to the doofus in the back in a what looks like a denim hoodie.
It's a acid wash Blue Jays hoodie, and it's super cool.
Oh.
Maddie hasn't said it, but I can tell she thinks it's cool.
Yeah. She doesn't even know what acid wash is.
Yeah, it's what she wants to pour in your face. Looks like your face has been acid washed with acid. You know, you said a second ago that, wait till 40 to get married as a man and it makes things better. And, this whole point about, having to learn you're not important. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Losing a little bit of your ego.
Exactly. But based on the guys we know that stayed single until 40, they don't lose that.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if you're making it to that point, and you haven't settled down or wanted to settle down or find somebody, I don't know if you're willing to compromise as much on anything.
You do not compromise. Yeah. Like, if the longer you go without having a partner, a long-term serious partner in your life, the more your ego gets out of control, to the point where I believe you will never get out of that idea that you're the most important thing in your life.
Okay.
Bro, I think you're an example of that.
What?
Like, come on, man. I love you. You're my friend.
Here we go.
You're my friend. I've known you 25 years. When you were single, bouncing around, getting rejected by women you were meeting online over and over again, living in a house with empty rooms.
Yeah.
Like you had like an ego on you that I didn't understand. Check me out, man. Yeah, Tom Ulay, 7th Place Radio Show. I'm kind of a big deal. I got this one bar's got this drink for free, so it makes you feel like a big shot. Got a big old big shot over here.
How high were the collars on my shirt?
They were like, bro, let's put it this way. The government was worried that it was going to get hit with flying objects. That's how big it was.
I mean, what he really needed, and I think this is what changed his life, was a woman to come in and tell him his shoes look stupid.
Yes, put him in his place.
Yes.
No, legit.
I have a nicer house than you, and your shoes are dumb.
You're a so much more pleasant person when you met your wife and she was able to look at you and be like, here's why everything about you is stupid. And look, I would argue the same thing happened to me, right? Like when I met my wife and my wife was able to look at me and be honest with all of the things I was doing. I mean, I drank too much. I was out of shape. And she never said it directly.
Yeah, but you were a lot of fun.
Yeah, so were you. Look at you now in your nurse's shoes with your extra small hoodie. I'm not making that up. It's an extra small. We got Instagram messages coming in, a ton of them. Duffy on WCMF, easiest way to get us. Again, we got a study in front of us from the Pew Research Center. The majority of Americans say the best age to get married was between 25 and 29. However, that's not when we're doing it. Women, yes, they are getting married on average, first marriage, 28 years old. Men in America's first marriage on average is 31 years old. But Tommy Muley says every man should wait till they're at least 40.
Yes.
And then advocated for a practice pretend first marriage.
Yeah.
That is an actual thing. Then you get divorced and you do your actual marriage.
Yeah.
Madison writes us on Instagram. We're full of young Maddies today.
Okay.
She says, I'm 28 years old. I'm in a committed relationship for 6 years. I do agree it's better to wait until 29 and 31 to get married. I've built my life with my partner, and we are having so much fun. Why rush marriage? Divorce rate in America is too damn high. Damn right.
I mean, yeah, I guess if things are good.
She goes on, also the cost of a wedding is $20,000 plus for a dream wedding. People just don't have that anymore. It plays a lot that plays a lot from my perspective. But here's the thing, if you're already in a really committed relationship.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in 6 years she's into this.
What's the difference?
Right. You're already leading them around by the nose.
I think there is something to the finance thing too, of being a younger person and you're both, struggling, and I think that also puts a ton of pressure on your marriage if you haven't really established yourself in your career or whatever it is you do for a living.
Sure, no, you're right. 252 WCMF. Let's talk to Dan. Hey, Dan, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. This is Dan from Leroy, the cornhole player. I talked to you last week about cornhole.
We've been asking, since you called, we've been like, when is Dan from Cornhole?
Wait, Cornhole Dan?
Cornhole Dan, when he's going to call back and talk to us?
Well, this time, Tommy's got a bullseye on this one. I got married in my 20s, and that didn't work out. And I waited until I was 43. I played a lot of softball, baseball, played a lot of sports, had a lot of fun. And at 43, I got married, and it's been working. I'm now 61, and things are great.
All right, look, I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'll ask you this question. What did that first marriage cost you financially?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. So probably 30, 40,000.
Okay. I mean, Dan, there's argument one as to why that's a bad idea.
And how bad do you miss those freedom days?
Yeah, the freedom days were worth it.
But how much do you miss them now?
No, he loves his wife now. He's not going to say a bad word.
I don't know, because the woman I'm married to now wants me to go out and do things. I don't have to, hey, can I go over to go play? No, she tells me to go.
Right.
All right, Dan, so you're advocating a practice marriage that will cost you $30,000 to $40,000 your car at your house.
Right.
All right.
Well, it's like the cost of college.
Dan, thanks for the call.
It's like the price of college. If you don't go to college, do a practice marriage.
It's actually less expensive.
Yeah, so it's cheaper. Oh, yeah, I'm right.
I am curious what advice kids are getting now. Like, what are parents advising their kids to do?
Well, you're going to be in that hot seat.
I'm never going to give any advice about marriage to my kids. If they ask,
that's almost impossible.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I am in a unique situation where I thought my parents had a good marriage until the day my dad walked out. And then I started realizing in hindsight all of these things where I was like, oh, my God. And thank God it happened because it taught me that's not how I should treat people. Right? And then, look, my wife and I, it's Thursday. She's got a late day. We got married young.
Right.
Not because I said, let's get married right now, but because my oldest daughter pushed that issue.
Okay.
And I'm a good Catholic boy, and that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is I didn't make a conscious decision of my own free will completely to say, let's get married right now. We decided, let's do this thing because we're going to have this baby, and let's see where it goes. And thank God, we were able to figure this out along the way. So how am I going to look at my daughter and be like, this is how you should do this? Go get knocked up.
All right. Okay, well, there's one.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
But then again.
Don't do that.
All of the mistakes that I made led to this wonderful life that I fell backwards into.
Okay.
So, I mean, it kind of goes to this idea that there is no right way to do it.
No.
Right.
It's like, what question could I answer about marriage to my daughter? Getting married, deciding if this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. I mean, I knew my wife the day that I met her was the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay, well, there's one.
But I also know that had not things worked out the way that they did, I would have found a way at 23 years old to screw up that relationship. Because I was selfish and I was stupid and I was drinking a ton and I was on the road doing comedy and I just did whatever I wanted to whenever I wanted to.
Yeah.
I would have blown it.
Yeah, you would have.
So, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to say something, man.
I don't think my daughter's going to ever ask me anything about marriage.
Yeah, I don't. Did you ever go to your parents for marriage advice?
No.
Who are you asking?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who are you asking?
I don't know a lot of people.
My father wanted me to marry my cousin, so no.
And I don't think it's healthy to ask your parents for marriage
Wait, but
advice. I don't think there should be a boundary of your parents getting involved in your marriage and relationship.
Right, that's
I
good.
think that's a healthy thing. They don't need to know all your issues. Unless you're really struggling and you really need some support.
Usually it's I need money.
But the small
Shut
things.
up, you old man. No,
they
that's
all
not
come
what
up
it
with the
is.
money.
No, there are people that go to their parents and say, I am having a boundary issue with my husband or wife. And the other problem doing that, Kimmy, because you're right. Maybe your parents are the only people you feel comfortable doing that. If you start laying out issues you have in your marriage.
No, I'm saying you shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. When you start doing that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to make your parents think a certain way about your husband or wife.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to ruin their
That's
view
why
of that
I
person.
think,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, that's not the best person to go to for that kind of thing.
And even if your parents have a wonderful marriage.
And they don't.
There are people that have great marriages. You saying my wife and I don't have a great marriage?
Oh, you do. You do.
No, because you just said that my daughter should ask me about marriage.
They should.
Yeah.
And then you just said nobody has a great
But
marriage.
every
Hey,
marriage
look at it. Let me
has-
change the subject as quick as possible. Hold on. My wife is off today. Hey, honey, what can we do to make our marriage better? Because Tommy said that we don't
Put
have
tape
a good
over your
marriage.
mouth.
But then I can't breathe.
Get to the bad part.
You were saying, I'm sorry.
No, but every marriage has flags, and has red flags in it.
Sure.
And there's no reason not to discuss that with your kids, saying these are the things we had to work around.
I think the easiest way the best way to talk to your kids, if they were to ask you, is to say that marriage is hard work.
It is,
But you don't.
and it's constant.
And look, I know that because I've gone through it.
Yeah.
And you know that because you've gone through it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
And Kimmy knows it because she's gone through it. But you cannot fully understand the sentence, marriage is hard work, until you are married.
Yeah,
You don't get
All
it.
right.
You don't understand it. Because I had 1,000 people tell me that too. You, for example, tell me not to get married.
I didn't say that.
8 years ago would have said. Does it?
No.
You just advocated for a practice marriage.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm saying, like, everybody told me marriage is work. And I go, yeah, okay, old man. And then you get in and marriage is work.
It is a lot of work, not a lot of sleep, no money. Say goodbye to your friends.
Why did you get married again?
And you get plenty
Well,
of
because all
sleep.
my friends died.
It's Friday. You know what that means.
All your friends are dead.
All the disgusting things Tommy said all week long. It's a creep cap on CMF. And speaking of marriage, this might be the most high-profile marriage in American history.
Yeah.
No exaggeration.
I would say so.
And, like, if it wasn't already, based on where the rumors are they're planning on having it, because we heard this last week, Kimmy, and I thought it was a
I mean,
joke.
it was just kind of like a rumor. I
But
was like, I guess
why?
it's possible, but it doesn't seem like their style.
Kimmy says there is logic behind it.
I don't get it, man.
We'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. I know this sounds insane.
What happened?
So much so that we kind of thought this was a joke last week, but it looks like it's actually happening. And Kimmy says this is not an ego thing. There's actual logic behind what they might be doing here.
All right.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. We'll get to that in just a second, but it is Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
All of the disgusting things Tommy said all week long. It is the Creep Cap, and it happens now on CMF.
Oh, you feel that? That's creep running down your spine. It's the Creep Cap on WCMF.
Her thing.
What?
Her lady thing. She's
It's
got a
almost
lady thing
creepier
like
to
that
call
lady.
it a lady thing.
You have a lady pocket like she got a lady
A
pocket.
lady pocket. A lady pocket. What, you keep a Swiss
Hot
Army
pockets.
knife in there?
Hey, come on, baby. Wait. A little closer to the shoe, baby. Come on, work the fatty for you.
Well, you know George Eastman was doing it because he's doing the hand crank for the camera on his
yeah,
shoe.
Yeah, the head go like, hey.
Nope.
She rolled at the shoulder and there at the hip. She's got 2 sets of lips.
God, come on.
I'm a hot boy.
I don't want to sweat through a pair of underwear.
Hot boy, summer in the city.
He was playing
Back
that.
in my crack, getting dirty and gritty.
Bro, I've watched you have
Are
to
you
get up and
serious?
run to take a dump.
Yeah, but it's different.
Really?
That's a butt birth. A little different. I can't hold him a butt birth.
I want to go home.
Yeah, but why can't Grandpa
He can.
be horny?
But does he know what he looks like? My question.
And you can be horny in private. Nobody's saying it's your God-given right to be horny. America will not stop you from being horny. They will not tread on
I
your
want my horny.
They will not tread on your horn.
No, you're also playing for that knob,
I think it's more than that.
which is a great game show in
but you're
Japan.
also getting a plate of food.
Play that
knob!
Which is where they do it in English because it's in Japan.
Well, it's a worldwide show. You're not going to do prison time. You think you're going to have prison time for oogling?
What are you
You're
doing?
going to go into oogle court?
Oh my God.
So-
You're going to call the oogle cops?
I want you arrested for what's happening right now. One of my favorite Don Ho songs.
Tiny nipples. I don't know the rest of this song. I should, but I don't.
It's so good to be a creep.
There it is, the Creep Cap on CMF. We're just talking about the right age to get married.
Yeah.
These two people, they waited a little while, right?
All right.
Took your advice. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are currently planning their wedding.
Right.
And reports are
Yeah.
that they have found their venue,
Fantastic.
Madison Square Garden.
I don't get it.
Okay.
By the way, Madison Square Garden, it's kind of a dump. It's old.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
grimy.
gonna look the best it's ever gonna look.
No, but still, like,
when they get in there.
it's going to smell like Billy Joel's farts in there, man. I mean, who wants that? He works there every other week. He may be a janitor there on his days off.
I would wear a T-shirt that says Madison Square Garden smells like Billy Joel's farts.
You know he's a gassy man up there at
Well,
that age,
yeah,
that size.
Look, man.
Running around, he can't be that big running around without ripping ass.
Let me tell you the tale of a gassy young man. All right, look, I thought the same thing you
Yeah.
did, that this was like extreme and over
So
the
who's
top.
she inviting? 20,000 people?
That was my first thought, is how many people are
Sure.
coming to this wedding.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this off mic, Kimmy and
Yeah.
I, when it was just whispers to begin with.
Yeah.
But Kimmy says there is actually a logical reason for this.
I mean, between the two of them, because they're such big stars,
Yeah.
they need something that's going to be private and secure. And
That's
this may
called
be,
a mansion somewhere.
yeah.
Like a private home.
No.
No, I mean this is the wedding of like the century.
So you're saying what, because it's secure?
You can't fly helicopters and planes over,
Hey.
drones over.
Hold on. Has New York ever been attacked from the air?
So you're arguing that someone's going to fly a plane into Madison Square Garden to get photos of their wedding?
No, but she's saying secure
No,
like
she
Yeah,
means
this.
like I'm saying,
secure as
nobody
in,
can
like,
take
no one can take a
pictures.
photo and sell them.
Man, that's this.
There's also like very private entrances and tunnels to get people to and from that
She's
are
right.
and they won't be bothered.
So you can't do that at some big guy mansion
I think that
house?
they're
Some
apparently,
big guy mansion house.
Go to Trump's house. Pretty secure.
but
You're
they're
talking about we get pictures of him walking in and out of there all the time.
Only because he wants you to.
Okay.
because I figured they would either do something so exclusive that nobody even knew they got married, or if they were gonna have a wedding, it was gonna be a humongous wedding.
So to her point, every
right.
wedding you see from a major celebrity, there is someone who manages to get a drone over
Yes.
top and take
Yeah.
pictures of people walking in and out.
Right.
If you wanted to do it this way, she's right. There are tunnels from different places where, like secret tunnels,
Yeah.
where you would not
But
even
what's the secret?
people.
like,
They don't want
They
people to
just-
sell
yeah,
photos of their wedding.
yeah.
Oh, right.
It's
Or
the
photos
only
of
way
people
that
walking
you're gonna
in.
keep people out and that keep it as private as you possibly can, I guess.
How expensive do you think it is to rent out MSG for a wedding? Do you think they have a wedding rate? Are they going to? They're not. By the way, they're not the first wedding to happen at MSG.
That was private.
Sly and the Family Stone. Sly got married at MSG. Can you Google
wait,
that?
not during a concert.
I think it was it might have been
private
during a concert. I don't know. Well, maybe I thought it was a private event where they just like played music.
Yeah.
But he got married at MSG.
All right.
And that worked out just fine. I mean, there must be the fact that they have this ready to roll leads me to believe there have been other weddings at Madison Square Garden.
It just sounds so full of themselves. Like you're already the two most famous people on the planet. You're now going to one of the most iconic sports venues on the planet.
I agree with you.
It's like get a load of me again.
Look, but they could.
It's going to be like that no matter what.
They could also have 7,000-8,000 people coming to this wedding
and big
that would
stars.
Be a first.
I mean, you could have some like the Royals coming. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have huge names at this wedding.
I mean, just think about all
Is
of.
she tied with the Royals?
No.
I don't know.
I mean,
throw some famous person out there.
Everybody is going to want to be at this place because it's so funny. You're crapping all over it. If you, for some reason, got an invitation, you'd come in here screaming like a little girl. Ooh, look at me, I'm going to the Madison Square Garden wedding.
You were right. Sly Stone was famously married on stage during a sold-out concert.
Okay. Still counts.
All right, no, that's
Count
I didn't know that.
If you need any more Sly and the Family Stone trivia questions, feel free to come to me. So what I find funny about this, again, rumors that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will be getting married at Madison Square Garden. The argument is it's not for the cachet. It's because it's like one of the few secure facilities that'll have the space to do all their stuff. We're talking about all the famous people that are going to be there, and there will be a ton.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to think about Travis Kelce for a second.
What about him?
Travis Kelce is from outside of Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
And up until 2 years ago, he was just a normal guy that made it into the NFL and made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Which means all of Travis Kelce's family is going to be invited to this wedding.
Yeah.
There is some cousin who lives in Warren, Ohio, who works at a Jiffy Lube, who is going to be invited to this wedding.
Yeah.
How do you go from everyday regular life to the scene you will be walking into to see your cousin Travis get married to Taylor Swift?
Yeah. It's going to blow you away.
Bro, blow you away does not even begin to describe.
You're going to be like rubbing elbows, like who you're going to see in the bathroom.
Yes, yes. Like, who's going to be sitting at a table next to you? Like,
where do you put them? You got to put them in the back.
But you're not going to have a segregated wedding where it's like famous
still
people
be
over here.
everybody.
No, but you got to put the idiots in the back.
Okay. But either way, you're going to get your chance to talk to whoever you want.
Like, there's going to be a point where Travis Kelce's Warren, Ohio living, Jiffy Lube working cousin is going to be standing at an open bar behind Hugh Jackman.
Do you think he makes the cut? Like, maybe they cut those people out?
Bro,
I
you
don't know.
can't.
I
He
don't
doesn't
think
seem
so.
like a guy that's going to. I mean,
that's true.
She hangs out with his mom and sisters and all that stuff,
Yeah.
or whatever, cousins. Like,
And she's actually from Pennsylvania, right?
yes, yeah.
But at that
I mean,
point,
she's
you
not
would
for,
think
like,
her
regular
family's
folk.
used to the fame.
Her dad had a lot of money growing up.
Oh. But she's got to probably have some busted Pennsylvania relatives that are coming, too.
You're probably right. I guess the point I'm making is she's been a celebrity since she
Oh,
was
yeah,
14,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that alters the circles that you run in.
True.
I mean, he's been in the NFL, but he still goes home to Ohio, and I'm not, like, trying to make Travis Kelce seem – I hate him. But
But it wasn't until he started dating her that he's on this level.
Well, yeah, global.
exactly, yes. I mean,
it's going to be interesting, I guess.
just to put a little
Unless
perspective.
this was all just a look over here thing and they end up like eloping
Oh,
somewhere.
God, that would be funny.
Also possible, but there's still going to be a ceremony where Travis Kelce's cousin who works at Jiffy Lube from Warren, Ohio, is going to be rubbing elbows with Blake Lively.
So they say when they're actually getting married?
No, we don't. In fact, we don't even have confirmation that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
But they did say
all
that the
rumor.
room has been booked, right?
That I didn't see. Well, but that could also be
Yeah, it could be jive.
Sly getting a second marriage.
Yeah.
It's going to be a multi-day wedding celebration, it says.
Multi-day.
Well, I hear that's going around now.
Yeah, it is.
Chris writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. He says, Travis Kelce's relatives that need a date will be able to get anyone they want to go with them. Think about that.
Oh, sure.
Think about that. Any girl that ever turned you down in high school,
Yep.
right? Now
Oh,
you're
traveling top shelf.
you want to go to the wedding? Too bad! Could have had this.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a Monster Energy drink tattoo on your arm. Who's an idiot now? Who's an idiot now? You! As he lifts up his sleeve to see the big M. We come back, we wrap it up. We tell you what we're doing Monday. Next, here on CMF. Taxi Rapper.
Howdy, old Friday Rapper.
For a Friday Break Room CMF, we will be back here Monday morning.
Yeah.
If you've been with us the entire 4 hours, first off, get a hobby. Second, we told you this morning, we have our intern, Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie, I'm going to put you on mic here in a second. Let me pull up the camera. She works really hard, and she's really nice kid, right? And last week, Tommy brings coffee in for him and Kimmy every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We had said you should probably get something for Maddie because she sits here with no coffee,
Yeah.
and you fought against it and gave all these BS excuses because you didn't want to spend the money, but you did it.
I did it.
But you had argued she's not going to drink the coffee; she doesn't want it.
Right.
And she wouldn't say she didn't want it. And we talked to Maddie this morning, and you said you were absolutely interested in the coffee.
100%.
She was all in because she's a big coffee person.
Yes. And then you said we asked for your specific order, which you're going to give to Tommy next week. And because last week you drank the coffee, Tommy brought in another cup of coffee.
Right.
And it's been sitting next to Maddie the whole show with the little green Starbucks thing on the top of it.
Oh, yeah, the plunger.
And I've been waiting to see when you haven't drank the coffee.
No, I have not.
Why have you not drank the coffee?
Because I thought it was Tommy's.
But I kind of thought we established this
No, we
point there,
didn't. We didn't establish.
No, I thought we did during the discussion.
Right, I said
we
we got you
again.
another coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking because you guys were like, oh, I'm like the hamster, I'm the experiment. So I was like, oh, it was like a 1 week, like one time thing. And Tommy's bag was sitting in this chair, and I was like, oh, that's his coffee. He just like left it over here, forgot about it. I'm like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm the intern here.
So, like, after that whole discussion the whole morning,
yeah.
or this morning, we've established, like, she's part of the coffee club now. The coffee was sitting next to her the whole time. You said she wasn't going to drink it. We called you an idiot. It has not been touched.
Cold
fumbled.
coffee.
He is so mad right now. He is so mad.
It was cold, no.
Well,
you
it
can't
is.
drink cold coffee.
All right, write down your order, and we'll give it to Tommy, and we'll put it in his man purse that was sitting in your chair.
The Merce.
The Merce?
She just keeps serving up gold, this kid.
I don't know.
How have we gone 25 years and we haven't called it a Merce? All right, we got to get out of the way. For Kimmy, who is waiting for her invite to the MSG Travis Kelce Taylor Swift wedding.
Yeah, I'm available.
For Tommy Muley, who's about to get his Merce and get the hell out of here. For Maddie, who's just collecting undrank cups of coffee Friday after Friday. My name is Pat Tubby. We'll see you back here Monday morning, 6 a.m. in the break room on 96.5 WCMF.